Why you betray me back?
You're back hurting as well.
I have been swimming for the last week. Daily.
Wow.
Today was
Bats and
14
critters.
laps.
Ooh.
Nice.
I wish I can go swimming, but the pool we have outside here is like infested with children all day long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, my roommate and I did this thing called Pay for a Gym
Ah,
that has an indoor Olympic pool.
I tried this cool
Yeah,
new thing
I've
called
had.
the ocean.
that's pretty good.
Considering that we live in a desert, going swimming every day seems like a pretty damn good idea.
It's healthy.
Insane Scorpion got first. Yes. Congratulations.
Aha.
Hoo ha hoo. Hoo ha hoo ha hoo ha hoo.
Woohoo, indeed.
I don't think that counts because you're one of the players and you've been here for like 30 minutes.
That really doesn't count. You don't ever get to claim first, second, or third being a player. You don't get those anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, by the way, but you don't get those anymore.
Oh, man. Excuse me. Let's wait for some people to start coming in.
I'm working on it. I've been working on the railroad, all upside Dazzle's head.
Oh no.
That's got to be one hell of a headache.
I am a headache.
I have a headache.
Hello, Dreamer Glitch. How you doing?
Musical things.
That's a reference that I don't know if anyone will get.
Another pony chick.
Actually. I do have artwork, but yeah, I don't think I can show it on Twitch. Somebody sent me fan art. I'm like, oh, that's awkward.
You really have it in for Paul Connor, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Glad you're doing better, Dreamer. Goes and dunks Hetty in a pool.
Oh no. That's his one weakness.
Why does Hetty sink?
Can't make a stealth check when you're splashing in water.
I used to be pretty good in water.
Makes Hetty join me in a pool.
I mean, I literally used to be able to swim full length and back again not all the way back again, about halfway back again in a 25-meter pool underwater.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Hello, MT.
Spent a lot of time in the pool as a kid.
I
Maybe
really
you can
enjoyed swimming. Especially the polar bear swim. I wouldn't recommend, though.
Yeah, the Polar Bear Club is not for everyone.
Please no. I mean, the Futurama Polar Bear Club has a big problem. Its members die after the first dip.
Yeah, because most people don't seem to understand. You want to cover your mouth when you go into the water when it's that cold, or else you just it meant shock. You breathe in, and of course, water. Blah, blah, blah.
No, you misunderstand.
Oh
They do it at the polar ice caps.
No.
no!
No.
Oh dear!
Here. Tell me if you can see what's wrong with the
Oh
water.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Looks a bit green.
if you've got an algae bloom causing that and that kind of temperature, you got bigger problems.
Oh no, that's not an algae bloom.
I know,
That
I
looks
was
like
making a
acid.
joke.
That's
Yeah.
radioactive isotopes.
Oh dear. Oh man.
Got that healthy green glow.
Yes.
Everything that glows green is good. I've played enough video games to know that.
It's a power up. Yeah.
To be literally what people thought.
I mean, it works in superhero movies.
Good old Victorian radian lozenges.
Hmm. Back when people thought radiation was good.
Well, I'm all ready. If everyone else isn't, we're still waiting on people to pop in.
I mean, they're starting to get settled in.
Hello, James. James.
Yay.
The army of Fiora has a new officer. Welcome, son.
Doing well, Rubel. All right, you guys want to start in like 2 minutes?
Sounds good.
Yeah, can do.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So, Let's start with introductions. Miss Fiora, you're first.
I go first?
Yep.
I am questioning this. Why do I go first?
Because you're pretty much right under me in the list of names. I'm just going down the list.
Okay. Hi, I'm Fiora. I'm the streamer lady. I'm the crazy person who put all of these people into a room and said, make D&D game. I also play Scooter, the big stompy bird.
Perfect. Mr. Final Sight.
Hi, I'm Final Sight. I play your paladin who is ever vexed by the big bird.
I was going to say, at the moment, you're not even the most conflicted paladin we know at the minute.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute with the recap. Mr. Hetty.
Hey, I'm Hetty. I play Mark, and I survived last session.
Yes. Mr. Kung.
Hello, I'm Mr. Kung. I went outside and got sunburn. I am also playing Merry, the wizard who just can't handle himself in combat.
So you're trying to live and fully roleplay as your character, but instead of getting killed by a fireball, it's the sun.
Yeah, and the sun is a big fireball.
I was going to say, the sun is the biggest fireball we know.
Yes.
Very true.
You know, that makes
Okay.
me think that wizards need to learn to cast sun instead of fireball.
None.
That
I mean,
sounds like a level 9 spell.
Didn't you basically do that in a vampire game?
We're not going to talk about that. Moving on.
No, why?
Well, I
Mr.
think
Mis-
I actually get Dawn.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, Mr. Miske.
Hi, I'm Mizke. I'm playing Gausim, the friendly satyr that is along for the Mr. Bones' wild ride here.
Very true. And on the bottom here, we have Cinder Spark. They assist me with any technical issues I may or may not have. They happen quite frequently, but that's fine. DJ Flawless, they are playing any of the music. I'm glad that they are no longer sick and they're finally working correctly, seemingly. And then we have Razzle. They assist me with the maps and rulings. And again, any of the assets that we're using are from Forgotten Adventures. Also, I'd like to say that we have started using inspiration cards. We are trying them out. Basically, at the beginning of a session, each player gets one inspiration card they can use throughout any time in the session. After they use it, it's gone. At the end of the session, they lose it. If you are in the donation type, you can donate $5 to give a player a normal inspiration card. $10 for a heroic card. They do a bit of added effects. Or if you want to give me the card to use on a monster and against a player, that would be a $20 donation.
Hold on a second. I
Yeah.
got this. You ready?
Yes.
Final loop. Browse. Ta-da!
Oh, hey! It's up there. Sweet. Cool.
We have a little... I had a thing ready for this.
Sweet. And I am Prince Dazzle. I'm the Dungeon Master. I play all the NPCs and try to get everything to work correctly. Sure. Anyways, so last time Mark was following this being who introduced himself as King, the Mimic King, was trying to abscond with Nair through the night. Mark discovered him and through trying to get out and follow him, got his attention. And through the combined efforts of Mark, the party who eventually woke up, and Garrick, and a few city guards who one survived due to multiple chain lightnings from the enemy themselves, they were able to rescue Nair. And they are currently in between last session and now, there's basically an interim of 3 days where the party was going to rest, and I'm now going to talk to each party member and see what they wanted to accomplish during those 3 days. So we are going to now go down the list again. Hi, Scooter. So, Scooter, what did you want to do over the course of 3 days?
So I'm going to take all that
Just do-
enchanted metal.
Mhm.
A wonderful enchanted metal stuff that we got. And I'm making a +1 tower shield of expression.
Okay. Given the time frame of 3 days, it's not exactly difficult for you to do. You would need Mary's assistance for the enchantment, which you have. You have more than enough steel to be able to make it. So it's not that difficult of a process considering the commonality of the specific item. So that one's perfectly fine. Is there anything else you wanted to do over the course of the 3 days?
Teach Nair how to fight better?
Okay, fair enough. So, bit of crafting, bit of training with Nair. Any specific weapon you wanted to help her with?
Spear? Because that seems what she wants to lean towards.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. There is a target dummy down there too. So she will spend. Nair is going to spend her time with you, working on that. Let's go over to the next one. Mr. Connor, one at a time. What was the first thing you'd wanted to try to accomplish?
I want to go back to that blacksmith and see about picking up my armor.
Okay, it is definitely done. It is a full plate armor, and the bug carapace would give you resistance to acid damage.
Nice.
Anything else you'd like to accomplish?
Yeah, I'd also like to see about getting a spike on my shield so that I could do some damage with my shield bash.
Spike? Just a normal spike?
If they've got anything special.
Well, if you want to just use one of your quartermaster tokens, you can just have it affixed with steel spikes.
Yeah, steel spikes will do.
Okay, it'll take them within the 3
I
days.
could make it for you out of enchanted metal, you dum-dum.
Yeah.
Yep, that's also fair.
Well,
Connor is a bit
Feeling sassy, okay? I got to tell a paladin find a new god.
such. Connor is a bit wary of asking you for favors.
That's okay. Wait till you see the shield.
Oh boy. So, you could definitely have the spikes done. That's not a problem. Anything else?
I'd like to possibly see about sourcing a better range option. Maybe talking to the kobold down the stairs about maybe a returning spear or javelin.
As far as that type of a magical item, that's a bit beyond the purview of an artificer. You would have to have.
It's actually one of those items that they can do.
I know. But with the current amount of items that he has, though, if he were to make another one of the previous items he made you guys would deactivate.
Yeah. That's not a priority. I want to do some research on Frostfather.
Okay. What I'd first like you to do is to go ahead and do an investigation check for me. Because you're going to be perusing one of the libraries in Flamekeep. Okay. As you're perusing one of the libraries in a far back, dusty corner, you do find it's labeled like mythos and it's literally just fiction, things that people may not necessarily believe. There's a lot of types of deities and things that are inside of these books that there is no like concrete evidence for, but they throw everything in there. You do find some information on a creature that is called the Frost Father. Second. The Frost Father, as you are able to read through this book, is said to be the beginning of lycanthropy in Eberron. However, the Frost Father isn't exactly the name that he goes by. His actual name is Terragorn.
Yeah.
And in some circles, the Demon Prince of Ferocity. It's said that he lives far north in the lands of ice and snow.
Did we just find Connor's new god?
One of the stories about this creature is he has the innate ability to breathe an ice breath that can transform people into werewolves. Once afflicted with this disease, after a specific amount of time, one of three things happens. You either die from it, you become a fiendish werewolf, or you are reincarnated as one of his children.
I mean,
only
the fiendish
cares-
werewolf wouldn't make much of a difference on his current state.
Aragorn himself only cares about those who are strong enough to be reincarnated. The rest he casts aside as useless. However, it's not noted whether this thing is real or not. It's just a myth at this point.
Do I find any reference to what's his name? Quillian.
William, in the library?
Yeah, in reference, in conjunction with Frostfather.
Go ahead and do another investigation for me. Nope. You are too busy perusing that book, and you don't really see anything. All you do know about Quillian is what you've heard before, that he is fiendishly powerful as far as a werewolf goes. And you've seen him in person. He is different than most werewolves.
Okay, based on what I just found out there, can I do a memory check to see if I can remember it being especially cold during that night?
You can make a straight intelligence. To recall information. 10. It was unnaturally cold that night when your battalion was massacred. It was even cold on the lightning rail. Anything else?
That's enough to digest on the first half at the moment. Could I look into see if I can find anything similar to what's been happening to Garrick?
Oh, make another investigation.
That sounds like the restricted section of the library.
I'm going to use my card.
Oh,
Yeah,
you gonna use your card?
Yeah, to roll as an advantage on that.
Okay.
Sorry, Garrick.
Card's been used. Nope. You can't find anything about people turning into demons. It's you wouldn't even know where to look.
What else? What's there? Look into see if I can find anywhere that would possibly be able to work on the flask that you, Chris, gave me, and to see if I can enhance it.
Okay. You would talk to Chris about that, and he says he will give you information by the end of the 3 days.
Okay.
Perfect. Anything else?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Perfect. Mr. Mark, what are you up over the 3 days?
Oh, Mark's looking for a few things. He's looking to buy some acid arrows, which I believe we discussed as being 200 gold pieces for 20.
Correct.
So he's looking for those. He's looking for a book on preventing and curing sicknesses from exposure to the morning.
Okay.
Just sort of thinking, hopefully we can help sort of prevent Nia from falling back into that state again.
Okay. Well, first off, the arrows are military grade only. However, by now, you guys have had enough of a service in the city where common items like that are available. So, those arrows are perfectly viable for you to buy. However, you do buy them at full price. There's no discounted price because you're not a member of the military.
Okay, no, that's fair enough.
As far as the morning sickness is a rarer sickness, and only a special type of plant from Seer can relegate and mitigate the insert science word of the effects of it. There we go. My brain stopped working.
Okay.
You might still have some left from inside the tea house, but only enough for one more dose.
Okay.
Anything else?
And he's looking to buy a book that would help him learn how to create sort of runes to ward against things. Looking to start from pretty basic stuff and work his way up. He understands you're not going to just instantly be able to drop into, hey, look, all demons can't go nowhere near this place. He understands that. So, to begin with, just sort of basic warding, elemental warding and that kind of thing.
Luckily for you, you are in Flamekeep, the capital of a gigantic group of paladins that hate everything. So yeah, it's very easy to find a book of warding.
Not everything.
Just the very narrow set of things that they happen to approve of.
Yeah, it is incredibly easy for you to find a book. It only costs about a gold, just because they want everyone to know this stuff. You get shown the very basics, specific types of incenses and things like that to prepare that would ward off unwanted creatures. You're not sure how useful or how viable it is, but for now, the basics is you feel confident that with this book you can at least, if not block the entry from lesser demons and things, make them very uncomfortable and make it be noticeable that they're trying to get in.
Yeah, sounds good.
At the very least. Perfect. Anything else? You can go ahead and add a book of basic wording to your inventory.
Cool.
Oh, Daz, is the armor available for me to put into the thing?
I'll do that in a minute. All right.
I mean, I think that's it. 'Cause the only other thing I want to do is kind of research stuff, but between everything else, I'm probably not going to have a lot of time to be able to really research anything else. So I think I'll leave it for that for now.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Mary, what were you doing over the 3-day interim?
Mary has quite a list of things to do.
Oh boy.
First, he would like to try his sending spell to reach Yenogog, just to check so he's fine after someone kind of stole his shape.
Sure.
He'd probably talk
Roll
with
percent-
Scooter first before doing that, because, yeah, it's her dad.
I would recommend. Okay, go ahead and do that first.
I mean, it's probably going to amuse the living fuck out of him.
You can just talk to
All right.
Dad, no question asked.
Oh, he's probably going to ask questions.
You should probably talk to him. But, just be safe. Stand in ward circle in case, he don't like you.
Ward circle? Yes, You know what, this can wait until tomorrow.
Okay. Fair enough. So, what else are you up to before you try to speak with Yonogu?
He's looking for the material components to summon a new familiar. And he's
Okay,
on his
that's
hunt
not-
for a few magic spells.
Okay. Give me a second here. Okay, let's see here. So, material components for the familiar, not too hard. It's about 10 gold. That's pretty easy. Specific spells you're looking for. Again, most type of magic that isn't utility based is going to be prohibited. So you would definitely be able to find magic mouth. That's fairly easy. Web is also very easy for you to find. Dragon's Breath and Dispel Magic would be something that you would not have access to. Dispel Magic being a rarer ability, and they don't want people running around being able to dispel magic everywhere around town.
Makes sense.
And Dragon's Breath, obviously, they don't want people lighting things on fire. So, Magic Mouth and Web, perfectly fine.
Absolutely. I would like to purchase both if I can afford it.
Okay. Let me check and see here. Make sure I got the spell correctly. Web is a second level spell. If I'm correct, Magic Mouth is a first level spell.
I think Magic Mouth is second too. I'm not entirely sure why.
Oh yeah, they're both second level spells. Okie dokie. So those are both uncommon. So they'll run you about 150 gold each.
Yep, that's most of my money gone. But I'm gonna do it.
Okay, perfect. And I assume you're going to be spending that first night copying the spells over because it takes a bit of time.
Yep, and he's going to buy the material components to do at least one Magic Mouth as well. That's 25 GP.
Yep. Perfect. Anything else you'd like to do before you attempt to speak to Yonogu?
Might as well complete the list. He's going to offer to help both Skuta and anyone else who needs help with from the wizard. Especially if Gausim wants to copy from his spellbook.
Any rituals? That makes sense. So any rituals that you have that Gausim wants to copy over, he's more than free to.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. So, first thing I'd like you to do, if you're going to attempt to contact Yonogu, I assume you're using a spell.
Yes, I have the sending spell.
Okay. He is in a different plane of existence, so I need you to roll a d100. On a 5 or lower, it doesn't work. That definitely works.
A good thing this is Fallout Equestria. That would be a crit fail.
So, what message are you going to tell him?
He would actually ask Skuta if she has anything she wants to ask him or something. Because if the message comes from her, Yonago is not going to be angry with Mary.
Well, he's going to heal your voice.
Yeah.
So, what is going to be said?
As angry.
Remember, you get a maximum of 25 words or less.
So yeah, did Scooter have something she wanted to say to him, or should he just make up his own?
Dad, sorry, almost screw up. Glad didn't.
Yeah.
And it turns out I screwed up some other way horrifically, and I'm gonna get an earful, but that's beside the point.
Okay, so Mary,
Yes,
what
the
exact?
counting words.
Okay, making sure. Oh, so someone who actually writes down the words to make sure they have the 25.
Well, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, he's gonna be running up against the word count limit. He's got to make sure he's got it.
I mean, I thought text messages back in the day were restrictive, but 25 characters, oof.
Well, at least it's not Jester from Critical Role. Are you pooping?
But yeah, I remember typing out text messages on phones back in the early 2000s. It was like, no, that's too many characters. What can I get rid of to make this fit?
Could be
Yeah,
worse.
this is-
It could be beeper.
So 22 words. It should be.
Okay, what exactly are you saying?
The following message is: Hi, it's Mary. I have a message from Scooter. Something happened. Wanted to make sure you were okay. Dad, I almost screwed up, but I didn't.
Okay, you believe the message went through.
Well then.
No response.
Well, I'm out of ideas. Anyone else want some help enchanting?
Well, let's go over to Gausim. Over the 3 days, what exactly will you be doing? I think you mentioned you wanted to go exploring around town.
Yes, I need to go exploring around town, and I need to try to procure a few scrolls to add to my tome. And then on top of that, I would be spending some time making some portable soup, just because it's always nice to have variety if you're going to be out in the wilderness for a while.
Very true. Do you explore around town mostly in daytime, or do you do it at night?
It'd be a mix of both. I mean, with Mask of Many Faces, he can look like whatever the heck he wants to look like at any point in time. So
Okay. At nighttime, I assume you're using your lantern?
yes.
Okay. As far as finding scrolls, are any specific ones you're looking for?
Yes, there are. One moment. Looks like I was trying to get Magic Mouth, Locate Plants and Animals, Animal Messenger, and Leomund's Tiny Hut.
Let me see here. Magic Mouth is very easy to find, as well as Leomund's Tiny Hut. Those two are readily available. The other one, however, you don't see.
The other two are both druid things, so.
Yeah. So the Leomund's Tiny Hut, what level spell is that?
I believe it is a 3rd level.
3rd level? So 3rd level scrolls are considered... Yeah, they're uncommon, so they'll run you about 150-ish on the gold market.
Oh yeah, I don't even have that much gold.
Fair enough. And Magic
I'm broke as
Mouth.
fuck, boys.
Magic Mouth is a level 2 spell, which is still also about 150. Scrolls are a little expensive. However, on night 2, you're kind of looking around, seeing if you can find anything. You're going down an alley, and your lantern flickers green.
He is going to immediately frown.
Down this alleyway, go ahead and make a perception for me.
Perception.
What's your passive?
11, I believe.
Okay, that would be enough then.
Because
You see-
passive is just the score plus 10, correct?
Pretty much. Okay. You see a rickety sign. It looks like it's for a shop. Very dusty. The windows have been boarded up to not let sunlight in, and the door is slightly ajar.
He would still go up and knock to ask if he is allowed to enter.
Okay. You knock, and you hear a voice from inside. Only if you want to do business.
What kind of business and what kind of creature are you?
Business in trade, alchemical things, some books. I am an old.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch what you were saying there, Daz.
He said ingredients, alchemical stuff, books, and he is a gnoll.
Noel, Gnoll.
Yes. You've heard of gnolls before.
He is a knoll.
So we know a bloody big knoll.
But Galsim doesn't.
That is true. That is very true.
There's quite an open about being a knoll in Flamekeep.
He's in a hidden alleyway.
So long as you're not some kind of undead abomination, I think that's fine. With that, he is going to...
Yeah.
So it starts going,
Yeah, like I assume as soon as you start opening a door, you just hear it go,
You are not Silver Flame, correct?
No, but I am Fey, and undead are Anthema.
I do not understand that word. But you may come in and browse. I do not mean anyone any harm.
Undead are a perversion of the natural order.
Okay.
Things die, they rot, they become nourishment for the plants and the trees.
My kind, when we die, we continue to serve.
You're not a raised dead.
No.
Does he have any idea what's going on here? Because he is giving this no like the face that I was probably just making, trying to piece bits together there.
well, if you see, it's dimly lit, but you see the gnoll. The left side of his face is skeletal. He has little patches of bones that are kind of around. It looks like he's just undead, but he's fully sentient, fully aware of himself. He has a little shop. You're not really sure what he's talking about. That would be a knowledge religion.
Yeah, I can always hear the gears slipping in Galsim's head at the minute.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, you've never heard of that. It's like something that that's weird. Undead are supposed to be raised. They don't just happen.
Yeah, well, I wish you luck with that. You seem okay enough for what you are, so I won't tell anybody, but no. And with that, Gaussum's just gonna simply turn around and walk away.
Have a good time of day.
It's nighttime.
Oh, I don't go outside.
That's probably for the best.
As you leave, the door just kind of partially shuts behind you.
Gaussum is going to find the nearest place that he can wash himself because that is just ugh.
Don't worry, there's corner eye wash stations. You're fine.
Oh no, he needs a bath.
I was going to say, I think we're in brain bleach territory at the minute.
Fair enough. I would say after that encounter, nothing particularly interesting happens. I assume you avoid that area of town.
Yes, he does.
Is there anything else you wanted to accomplish during those 3 days, besides now adding a bath to that list?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. Scuda, about halfway through the second day, you're working in the shop. Nair is kind of sleeping by the forge because it's nice and warm. You hear a tap behind you. Not like on you, but like against like the working table.
She turns her head, curious.
You see Garrick. Garrick's been in his room for the past 2 days. He hasn't come out. And he kind of comes down looking at you. Slightly sheepish in his expression. His scales have gotten far redder than they were before.
Garrick?
Hello.
Hello?
Do you think we could talk a minute?
About?
Is
He's trying to, looks like he's trying to think about how to word it.
you're accustomed to demons and such, right?
Yes.
Are they usually this chatty?
Yes. What demon are you talking to?
The one who's,
He kind of motions over himself.
this stuff. I assume the one that's doing this.
I don't know which one that is.
Bell, I think it was.
Bell. Yes.
See, I'm having a bit of difficulty with this a bit because, through my teachings, especially with the Silver Flame, the deity doesn't talk. We just kind of do what we're supposed to do. So, like, does his tell you to do?
Your god don't talk to you?
No.
Well, he's shitty.
We have... kind of grits his teeth a bit hearing that.
Look, what you need know?
Well, it's like this is a new experience with me because I was with a different deity before and they never talked like this one does. This one talks a lot. Like a lot.
Sound about right.
What'd you say?
Sound about right. What
I
is
mean,
problem?
okay. It's different. So it's like, how do you deal with it?
What do you mean?
Do you do it? If you do what they say, do they calm down or what?
I talk back like normal person.
Wait, you talk back to yours?
Yeah.
That's a thing you can do?
Yeah. She pulls out the bag of scones. See, Dad gave me a bag of scones.
What? Oh, so, let me get this right. Let me get this straight. What I have read is that if you talk back to, like, a deity, they might smite you. But if you talk to, like, a demon or whatever, they give you presents for talking back to them. Is that what I'm gauging here?
That is mostly accurate. Sometimes they're just bored and lonely.
Oh.
Want a scone?
You know what? Yes, I do.
Hands him a scone from Demon Daddy's bag of baked goods.
You'll take it. Eat it. That's always very difficult for me.
I wouldn't put it past it being difficult. Your youth might demon, not take out for lunch.
Is Gary dating Belle now?
Well, it's very different. Look, it's
Oh. Yeah, Fiora, I think Discord broke.
Oh, Discord is broken. Hold on. Ah! Discord
What, bro?
fixed. I think. I apologize. Discord was broken.
What, bro?
all right. So, I mean-
it changed the Discord channel without it telling me to because there was an interruption in connection and it reconnected to my servers to the last channel that I had on my server instead. The connection hicked up and it,
Fair enough.
Well, the reason I wanted to talk with you about it is you have a lot of experience. And it's, I'm going to be perfectly honest.
He kind of looks around to make sure no one's there, and he just sees Nair.
It's a little terrifying, to be perfectly frank.
Oh no, I understand. So what is it saying to you?
That's the weird part. They're just asking me questions about myself. They haven't told me to do anything beyond Dragon's Crown. Asking about my history, my favorite weaponry. That's the weird thing. They're not.
Oh,
I was always.
Date.
oh, okay.
I was always told that demons are supposed to be tricksters and trick you into things. But
So you need to understand why I'm asking questions.
yes, it's
Okay.
disconcerting.
Let me think how to explain this. So Demon wants to get to
Right.
know you so it can make offer to you. I think that's right words.
Okay. Oh, right. I've heard of that type of thing.
Okay. So you understand that if you talk back to it, it might shut up, it might not. But question, did Demon tell you name?
Bell is his name.
I'm in the wrong mode. Hold on. I apologize, everyone. I technically started the game so they could have access to all my lovely Roll20 press account stuff. But sometimes I forget that I have to rejoin as a player in order for the GM to do things like warp me around.
Hooray!
Well, I have 3 modes. I have
GM,
GM
press,
mode, player mode, and press mode. Anyway, let's see. Does Scooter know who that is? That's gonna
That'd
be
be a
funny.
knowledge religion.
I think we went through all of this last time.
But it's good to know who Bell is.
I think we went all through all this last session.
Okay.
Because I've got notes about Bell being an archdemon, making
Second in
weapons.
command of hell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And weapons maker for Asmodeus.
Okay, well,
Yep.
he doesn't know. Okay, so Asmodeus. I'm trying to connect the dots now. Asmodeus to this person, to this person. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to connect the dots.
That's fine.
Yeah, well, I think Miz is right. I think it was actually Scooter that told us all of this.
Bell is actually
One of those
spelled with
times.
one L.
Yes, 1L.
Yeah, my mistake.
Bell. Ding.
Yeah, that joke is gonna be made.
Yep. Well, you can tell while you're talking about this, Garrick seems intrigued. You see, he seems like he has a slight bit of relief that someone, kind of knows what's going on, because he knows that, as you know, Scooter from the Silver Flame, he can't talk to people about this in the city, or else he's literally gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to I'm trying to look up Bell's relationship to Yenogu, i.e., who Scooter calls Yenagug, and I'm not finding anything.
Oh, they don't have any type of relationship, no.
Yeah, okay. She thinks about it
Yeah.
for a minute. Well, good news. My dad wouldn't care if you did anything with Bell, so I don't have to care. But bad news. Bell might want you to kill your former friends.
That would be a hard no sell on that one.
I kind of figured.
Well, like I was telling Connor, I plan on doing what he wants me to do to fix the rift issue in Dragon's Crown. And after that, I'll see what he wants. And I'm not going to harm innocent people. It's not going to happen.
Well, I understand. I usually don't pick innocence, but I also don't restrain myself from harm.
Unless he wants me to hurt Folk, I would 100% do that, though.
Why you don't like Volk? Volk was okay.
You didn't have to play chess with him for a week straight.
That does sound infuriating.
Did you play chess with him for Soul or something?
No. It was a single game. You know how long Folk takes to move a single piece?
A day.
Sure, why not?
Huh. Fair. Do you know who all demon lords are, or are you just getting talked to by one and not looking up the others?
I'm aware of most of them. I have my own booklet that they
Oh,
gave us.
good. Look,
However, yes.
I'm gonna be honest. Everyone that we met in Silver Flame didn't like you.
I know that.
But you there anyway.
Yes.
So, all of us, we like you. Connor's on the fence about you, but at least he's on fence. So, why don't you do what I had to do?
And that is.
Oh, look up all demon lords and figure out which one you think you want to talk to the most. Right. Not
Kinda-
not normal around here. Let me explain. In my village, we made deal. We get left alone, but in return, every one of us take godparent from demon when we come of age. So when I turn, she's sitting there doing math in her head. 16 year. I go and 3 demon lords made offers. And I pick the one that best suit me.
He seems genuinely interested in this story because he's never heard of demons acting that way.
It is now, instead of me giving my soul, what happened is everyone I help or hurt or what have you, tacitly gets contract from them to take something from them instead. So, for instance, I save a bunch of people from a merchant caravan. Well, mommy's baby gets carried off by bats in the middle of the night.
So wait, you're the reason I lost my favorite quill?
Yes.
I owe someone an apology.
He kind of taps his snout a bit.
Okay, well, this is a lot to take in.
Yes. It was a lot for me. It took me 3 weeks to finally, have to be down to 2.
All right.
And then the other one
Look,
didn't want me when they found out that I have no twinge of magic in hands.
That seems rude. Well, all right, this is a lot to take in. I'll get you back to what you're doing. I appreciate you being open with me about this. I'll be in my room.
He
I
kinda
appreciate
looks at
you
his
not
hand a
smiting
bit.
me.
I mean, he kind of taps you on the shoulder.
Smite doesn't work. Sorry.
I'm not gonna do it back because it does still work. So offers
I think
Talon
your
to
axe
shake,
is.
to shake hands.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a good night. Hopefully there's no issues with me traveling around with all of you.
Not I see. Take care of self, and
It'd be critical if we did.
All right. I'm going to go up and sleep. I think I fixed your window.
Oh,
Can't see out of it though. Bye. He just turns and leaves.
I mean, at least the sun's not going to fry him now.
All right. So, it is the beginning of the 4th day. You all wake up. All of your matters have been concluded.
I should probably hit the long rest button, shouldn't I?
Yeah, probably. I don't think you're going to be at 29 HP for 3 days. Also, speaking of which, because Mary had offered it, Gaussen, you actually can get Magic Mouth because Mary bought the scroll. So you can copy it over from his book. Thinking about it.
Yeah. I also have money if you want, and also I have ritual spells that I could teach you if you want.
The big problem there then is going to be material cost to transcribe
Fair enough.
I
because
mean,
it's like what 50 gold per level of the spell.
if he wants to ask around, I'm pretty sure any of us would happily help him.
Mary, you muted. Were you saying something?
I just corrected it. Yeah, it's 50 gold per spell level.
Okay. If you guys
At
want to spend
least
the
for-
gold communally, he could definitely learn those rituals.
Yeah, basically,
What?
if a spell has the ritual tag, I can learn it.
Perfect.
Yeah, I have 4 of those now.
All right. Well, if you guys want to go into Discord and type up what you guys want to do communally with your gold, go ahead and just put it in the character development, and I'll read it. So,
Wait, how
again,
much gold
it
do you
is
have, Mary?
79.
Oh
of that.
wait, but yours got put into your resurrection, didn't it?
Yep.
But all right, it is the morning of the 4th day. Scuda, what are you doing? Your shield is done, by the way.
Oh, good.
Nice and pristine.
She's not going. She's going to put a sheet over that for right now.
You know, unveil the surprise later.
She doesn't want to ruin the effect later.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I will let you know in a minute.
Sure, no problem. Connor, anything you would like to do?
I will get up just before sunset, and I will go to the market because I want to get some fresh fish.
Easily done. That's not too hard to do.
Yeah, and when I get back, I'm going to start cooking because I've decided that today is my brother's birthday, and I'm celebrating it in his absence. Cooked his favorite meal.
Perfect.
Sounds
The
good.
fish only costed you about 5 silver, by the way.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. While you're doing that, Mark, you begin to smell the smells of fresh cooking fish.
Awesome. Well, we'll make his way downstairs and start making some tea for the party, knowing that we're all heading out in the not too distant future. And once that's done, he will sit down with a cup of tea and allow Connor to do his thing.
All right. And Vash has, per you talking about the morning sickness, he has scraped together what he possibly can that was inside the tea area, and he got you a little bit more of that sear leaf to be able to use for it. So you have one use of an ointment or something a rubbable ointment that will help against morning sickness, but you have to use it
Okay.
before it happens.
Gotcha.
Perfect. Mr. Mary.
Yep. As I said,
You wake up.
yeah, breakfast.
Roll perception for me.
Oh dear, that's never a good sign.
What's your passive?
Well, my passive is 10. Well, if I can't see it, it can't hurt me.
Sure. You wake up, looking around your room. You go to reach over to get like a glass of water. Your desk is broken.
Wait, when did that happen? I gotta learn to lock my door.
As you look around, there's a lot of broken things in your room. And you begin hearing a tapping sound across the room. And you could swear you see something sitting in a chair, just kind of tapping on the armrest with claws.
This is when I'm tempted to jump out of the window.
You see this. You see the eyes first. Slight glint of red, a little bit of yellow hue. big, gigantic, white, toothy smile that kind of curls back and goes down slightly.
Do I have to roll Constitution to resist getting a heart attack?
They just kind of look at you.
Yeah. I'm going to cast light just to get some, so I can see what happens.
Sure. You cast light, and illuminates the room a bit. You see a, just because it's easier to fit into this room, a 7.5 foot tall Yunogu sitting in a chair, staring at you.
Just 7.5 foot today.
Just 7.5 foot today.
Why do I imagine him like a Bond villain with a cat?
Don't give him ideas. Don't
He's
give
holding
him
another.
ideas.
He's holding another smaller knoll. He's just staring at you, big grin on his face.
Did you break my furniture?
He gets up, walks towards you, hands behind his back.
Oh dear.
Gets in real close, kind of leans in.
So like how Dad prepares his like rings making clothes.
Yes. Next time you talk to me without my permission, I'll break more than just wood.
Sorry.
Question. Which one of your arms do you like least?
I have a very strong fondness for both of them.
Legs it is next time. Have a good day.
You too.
He turns, walks toward the window, and just fades into the wood.
Okay. That's what you get for trying to be nice to people. They break your furniture and scares the crap out of you. I need some coffee.
Perfect.
You know, he's not even going to bother to
sorry.
getting dressed. He's just gonna disguise self so he's wearing his normal day clothes and walk down in his pajamas.
Perfect. Gelson, you're awake.
So, random question.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to cast Unseen Servant, could an Unseen Servant do the transcribing for me so I don't have to be doing that in my book?
They can do simple things. That's a bit complex.
Fair enough.
But given you had 3 days, you had more than enough time to do it without worry on time.
Yeah.
So consider
also,
it done.
I realized a problem with Connor offering to teach him the spells is it's not that he's being taught the spells, it's that if it is a ritual spell and he's got like a written version of the spell, he can put it into his book and be able to cast it.
That makes sense.
So it has to come from either a spell book or a spell scroll for him to be able to add it to his Book of Ancient Secrets.
I will notice that since you were sleeping outside, if I recall correctly, you sleep outside.
Yes, he sleeps out back under a tree.
Yep. You stretch, getting up in the morning, and from what you could assume is somewhere around Mary's room, you see this knoll thing just kind of into the sky and disappear.
First it was the undead one, and then it's that. Are there no normal gnolls in this damn place?
However, you're now smelling the delightful smell of freshly cooked fish. Someone's making a nice breakfast.
Yep. And Galson will start making his way towards the inside of the building. All while muttering about the next thing he's going to see is a gnoll that can walk through walls, disappear, or fly.
Is that just as Mary makes it down the stairs and hears you muttering that?
The thing is, knowing you know Hugo in this, I imagine him Mary Poppins in it out.
Instead of an umbrella, it's probably something far worse that he's flying away with. All right. You all make it down. You begin getting served food. It's a slow morning. You guys are aware that the tea house doesn't tend to open for a couple hours, though. Given the issue that happened earlier, people are kind of avoiding the tea house for a few days as the Silver Flame just kind of make their rounds to make sure, there's no more rampant things that are going to spam chain lightning and do weird spells on people.
Are you saying that asshole hurt our business?
Yes, that asshole
Little
hurts
bit,
our
yep.
business.
Now it's personal.
After a while-
we may have to take this up with the management.
Sure. After a while, the wolf just kind of walks into the room looking around. He hasn't really been doing anything the last couple days. He's just been kind of milling around inside, attempting to sharpen his weapon every now and then in the smith downstairs. He wasn't bothering anyone.
Morning. Hello. How's it going?
Good morning.
Morning.
I would say it's going, but the inn is still in place.
What? He looks genuinely confused.
Also looks.
Well, if it was going, the inn would be walking. Have none of you heard of Baba Yaga?
No.
Sips tea.
She's a witch that's got so much power she's basically half fae, and she has a hut with giant chicken legs that walks around.
Continues to sip tea.
Fair enough.
Right. So, what's everyone doing?
Well, the plan today is to head off towards the south to this Dragon's Crown today. See what we can find out of what's going off down there.
Ah, all right. That sounds fun.
Yeah, see if we can find another one of these rifts and close it.
I guess good luck with that.
Thank you. Hopefully to go a little bit better than last time.
Anything you want me to do? I'm just kind of milling around here, not really doing anything.
Well,
where's your wheat for that?
What?
Scooter hollers
He does the
up.
dog thing. He does the
Scooter-
dog thing where he kind of tilts head.
Scooter hollers
Scooter,
up from
what?
the forge. Hey, send the dog down. I gotta measure his mouth.
I'm a wolf.
Wolf, yes. Send Wolf down. Need measure mouth.
Well, you heard the lady, but it's just don't dislocate it.
Let's just not ask questions.
Concerned wolf noises as he goes down to the smith.
Yeah. What's going on?
She takes out a clay mold, holds it out, and tells him, "This is gonna taste terrible. I need you to bite this really hard like you're holding sword."
All
All right, he's gonna bite it.
All right, hold on to it for. She sits there and starts counting with her finger.
He does a really bad job biting it.
You're biting like you holding sword, or like you trying to tear out of my hand.
He'll try again. Sure, a little bit better. It seems the taste of the mold is making him gag.
Almost done.
Line it with bone meal. That'll probably help.
Can't line with bone meal. Get into mold. Okay, you good.
That's disgusting.
Now I'm imagining it's like a dog that's just got peanut butter.
Look, I know it tastes bad, but hear me out. I need to reshape handle to fit your mouth.
Okay.
You told me make your sword. I promise make your sword better.
Oh, that's what you're doing. I didn't understand. Sure.
He moves his head back and flicks the sword out.
Start
Yeah,
with
maybe
handle.
after this, yes, maybe after this, people won't make fun of it anymore.
Oh, they won't make fun of it at all. They'd probably be dead.
Oh.
So he's going to give you the blade to work on.
That's what Scoota's doing today. For the last day.
Okay, perfect.
And she's gonna bring
Perfect.
Nier down here to show Nier how to do it too.
Onir's already there.
Hopefully doing a little bit better job than last time.
Nier is doing the Skyrim thing and just making daggers.
Well, the thing we need to do is we need to teach her some alchemy first so that she can make potions to make it so that she can do it better.
Yep. Oh, man. Perfect. So, as you're down there doing that, the wolf will come back up and presumably sit down and begin eating.
So, Mark will turn to the wolf. So, would you like to come with us, see a little bit more of the world?
You need me to? I mean, eventually I need to head north. Frostfather calls.
I mean, if you need to head north, then let's. Then you need to do what what you need to do. So,
Oh, Scooter, could you go ahead and make 3 blacksmithing checks for me while you're working on it today?
Well, I mean, if you go far enough south, you'll eventually end up going north.
Is that how that works? I'm only like a year old. I don't really understand a lot of this stuff.
I mean, technically,
It's-
yes.
technically yes, but it's easier just to go north.
Much easier, and you don't have to like freeze to death or swim across the ocean or anything like that.
I've
I
never
was
had any
offering
issues.
the scenic route.
I mean, I've never really had any issues with being cold. I can breathe cold.
So, is your Frostfather calling you with urgency, or is it just a general sort of, hey, why don't you come home?
I mean, it's not like urgent. It happens like once every couple of weeks.
Okay. Well,
He's not like upset or anything.
the offer to travel with us, it will probably take a few days, is obviously open, but if you've got places you need to be, then we're certainly happy that you've spent some time with us.
Well, why is he calling you north?
He wants to see his son. At least that's what he told me. I mean, if you guys want me to come, I can. I said I'd make sure Nair was safe. So, and I figured I'd owe you guys something because Scoota's making my weapon better.
Well, I mean,
But after that, unless something else pops up, I'm probably gonna go. By the way, this fish is really good.
yes, Connor knows what he's doing.
So Connor also comes in at the moment with a nice what's it called, a biche berry pie.
I don't think I've ever had this before, but it's familiar, so at least that's good.
And so like I take a bowl, add a slice of pie, and set it on a separate place on the table, and take out my locket, open it up to the picture of me and my brother, and lay it by it.
So, Connor, anything particularly special?
Today was Sean's birthday.
Well, happy birthday to him.
Yeah. Wish he was here with us.
Kind of funny. Coincidence. Good fish, though.
Oh? And
Coincidence in what?
I mean, never mind. It's fine.
well, I mean, are you sure? Is there something you'd like to say?
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
So you can be open around here.
Technically, today's my birthday.
Oh, that's curious. And you were born up north, or were you born elsewhere?
I woke up in the forest.
Which forest?
The Elton reaches.
And you have no memory of anything before then?
Nope.
Or
First thing that happened when I woke up is I heard the Frost Father, and he guided me to my weapon.
did you have anything else besides your weapon?
One thing. It's private, though. I told
Yes.
you about it before already.
Yes, I believe you said something about a locket.
No, it's a tag.
So I said, we're all open here if you want to. Yeah. I hope you don't mind. I've done some research into the Frost Father.
Oh, I couldn't find any information on him myself. With the druids, they wouldn't tell me anything.
From what I found out, you're probably more than a year old, and you were not always a wolf.
Could have fooled me. Could have. He says could have, and he looks at Gausim. Could have wolfed me. Is that a joke?
No. Because a fool is a person, whereas a wolf is what you are.
I'll get a handle of it eventually.
Yeah, from what I found out, the foster father is also known as Tarragon, has a habit of collecting people and changing them.
Well, I mean, he did say I was one of his tested, I guess is the word for it. Didn't understand it too much, but I've been around for about a year now. I guess exactly a year now.
Yes, you. Yeah, he tested you. You survived by not surviving.
I thought Gaussen was the one who makes jokes.
I think this is a weird wooby booby freaking religion thing. I don't think this is a joke.
Oh. Religion stuff's weird.
Actually, it's more, from what I know of it, it's more of a druidy thing.
Well, that makes it even weirder.
Yeah. Yeah, some druids have the ability that if you die, they can bring you back, but different.
Oh, like that one guy who came back as a squirrel. I remember that one. He was nuts. Okay,
You're rubbing off on your name, Gussie.
I'm gonna go back down and help with the sword. Thanks for the fish and the weird conversation.
When he's gone, I'll just turn to Mark and say, I think. Possibly.
It's a curious coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah. So he said he's got a tag. Sean had a similar locket.
And was it near to his... Am I correct in assuming he is passed?
The night the incident occurred, he was part of the battalion. There was no trace found of him.
That would perhaps push it beyond mere coincidence then.
Seriously starting to believe there are no such thing as coincidences.
Fate certainly seemed to have a plan for us.
Amen.
I mean, D&D would be boring if it didn't.
And there goes the fourth wall. Just shattered
Never
into
needed you
oblivion.
anyway. Barry, roll intelligence for me.
Yep.
You remember you were supposed to do something today? Don't exactly remember what, though.
Oh dear. Do anyone need something?
You're supposed to talk to someone today, but you don't remember who.
Is this something any of the rest of us could help him with?
If he mentions it.
Did I promise to talk with one of you about something? Well, no.
As a player, I've blanked on that one.
Same.
That's fine. That's fine. After a bit, Garrett comes down. Fish already? Look at that. Is that season already?
Apparently.
A special day.
Oh, fun. So, when are we leaving?
I believe Scoot is doing something downstairs. So
Probably as soon as she's finished.
Oh, so, Gaussum, I've seen you do this a few times. Could you assist me with something?
Assist you with what?
So, you know how I'm different now? Well, you probably didn't know
Yes?
me before.
You've mentioned it quite a few times, so yes, I assume I would know that you are now different than you once were.
Okay, so, I was sleeping last night, and, the bell had a talk with me. He gave me a present.
A present?
Yes. I told him that it's going to be very difficult for me to get down the dragon's crown because, as you look at him, his scales are now like a blood red. He doesn't look natural. He does not look like a dragonborn. And, yeah, doesn't look like a dragonborn. So, I can do this. And he kind of motions his hand and, like, disguised self, he looks like Garrick.
Impressive.
Oh! He gave you the mask!
Is that normal?
Well, dear friend, you are now a warlock.
I don't want to be a warlock.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily. I can do that too.
See, I could be a wizard, but I don't have a spell book. Oh no, I'm turning into a warlock.
I'm afraid so.
And it's probably safe to say that those red scales are his brand.
Oh wait,
For
I
me,
didn't try
it's
something.
this, and Gaussum will just open his mouth, and the entire inside of his mouth is forest fucking green.
You see Garrett take his hand and just go, smite, smite. Damn it.
On the plus side, patrons usually have a set price that they ask on a regular basis. So it's not gonna be something that, oh, you must do evil acts all the time, or something stupid like that. It might just be, oh, once every fortnight you need to sacrifice someone to me, and they won't care who you sacrifice so long as you sacrifice someone, which could also be a bandit or a rapist or someone really bad.
I'm just going to eat my fish.
I mean, out of character, isn't that essentially Fee's deal with Yunugu?
There's a few things.
Welcome to Warlock Patrons, everyone.
Sad Garrick noises.
See, mine requires me to throw a big grand feast for basically anyone that wants to show up and be a decent guest once every season.
And heaven and just everything help the person that decides to interrupt.
Yeah, we've seen that. Well, I'm not a big fan of this. Kind of looks over. He's kind of like avoiding Connor's gaze at the moment.
Well, it could be worse.
How so?
Well, they could have turned you into an undead abomination.
As I said, I would have jumped into a pit of spikes before that happens.
Yes, but most undead don't have the ability to do so.
Okay. Let's make a... He kind of gets a grin. pact. If I'm going to turn into undead, push me into a pit of spikes. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, let's
And I would say
continue.
the same for you, and very nice choice of words.
So, has your new patron mentioned anything about what they, apart from this thing down under the Dragon's Crown, have they mentioned anything that they want you to do for them?
No. They just said to go down there and take care of it. That's all they said.
Okay.
Have they specified take care of it in stop it or help it along?
As far as I can tell, he wants the rift closed. Because he said it's bad for business.
It seems to be that the demons of the world would like the world to stay in an approximation of what it is now.
I
The
think
spreading of the morning, I think, would rob them of something key.
I think the word he used directly was heroic selfishness.
Ah, selfish altruism.
That's
Yes.
not two words that usually go together.
No,
Helping
they're
people
not.
by being a selfish bastard.
We're dealing with the infernal here.
They
Logic is.
It's
to
the
put
correct word.
it to put it in another word, they want to get rid of the wolf before it kills the sheep.
Wait,
Think
don't
of
we
it like
have
a
both
lord
of
that
those
treats his-
things?
Go ahead.
I said, don't we have both of those as allies here? A wolf and a sheep?
That's why I use that term.
Oh.
When Garrick mentions a sheep, Galsum will start giggling.
Galsum is
Yeah.
catching.
Oh, dear.
Marry the illusion of a cabbage on the table. Just out of symbolism.
Oh, dear. All right, well, I'm ready at any time. I assume we're doing it tonight then.
We'll wander over to the hatch down into the basement and shouts and asks Scooter, "Hey, Scooter, any idea how long you're going to be? We were supposed to be setting off today."
I thought with 3-day.
It's the fourth day.
This is day 4.
Oh. Give me a minute. Ching,
Okay.
ching, 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 ching.
Remember, it's the number of fingers on your hand minus the thumb.
As a character, does that work for Scooter?
No!
So doesn't Scooter have 3 fingers?
Anyway,
She has 4. No, she has 4 fingers. She has cartoon style hands.
So she's got like a standard hand.
No, she has 3 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah, Galsum said
Yeah.
it's the number of your fingers minus the thumb.
Oh,
oh, three. Yeah, that's fair.
that's her.
So with you rolled pretty well on the last 2. So it'll probably take you until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon to finish what you were doing, which is perfectly viable. All right. I would warn you all that we're going to be going into Brayland. They're not exactly the happiest people when dealing with people from Thrain.
Who is?
Luckily, I'm not from Thrain.
Yes.
Neither am
correct.
I.
And neither
Also
am
good.
I.
Oh. Well, then I guess everyone's magically fine. You said that the city we were going to, actually, we're going to where now?
I don't know.
Strictly, because I was going to suggest we sorted out a meeting place with Ripple, and then it was just like, oh no, we can just send him a message and meet up with him wherever. So it was like we never actually set a destination.
Was
Oh.
it Starless Girl or something like that?
That was the one I was supposed to contact. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Starless Stars.
sounds like Mary in a nutshell. Oh, I was supposed to talk to him? Shit.
And no one else remembered it either.
So the Dragon Crown is close to Stalaska and Hathiel.
You guys had talked about going to Starlaskar just because it's a major city, and it is a decent go-between between Dragon's Crown and New Seer.
Yeah, and Connor. Jesus Christ, I fucking did it again. And Mark has business in Nicaea.
All right. Well, I would mention that Starlaskor is a bit it's all right. Just the less they know about where we come from, specifically Thrain, the better. They do a lot of checks on people when they come in, mainly because they have a lot of questionable things they do there. Some of which I do not agree with.
Is it
Oh no,
questionable?
someone
Like,
doing something you don't agree with. What are you gonna do? Invade?
is it
I
questionable
mean,
like
this is
me or
Thrain
questionable?
we're talking about. The invading is
oh.
entirely possible.
Is it
That was the
questionable?
marked jab
Is it,
I was making.
Well, yeah.
is it
Scooter?
questionable like me or questionable like you or questionable like Connor?
He kind of looks at you, Scooter. There's a slave trade in that city.
There is for the first time that Garrick has ever seen a complete break of Scoota's cool.
Yeah, Mark's.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Mm-hmm.
There's a place inside the city called Little Dargoon. I'm not going to say that slave trade is legal there, but it's a place where you might see it.
Garrick,
Yes.
on a scale of 1 to don't do, how legal is murder?
Don't do?
Scooter, we.
Remember, it's only murder if you get caught.
No, it's still murder.
Look,
Scooter, I think one problem at a time, please. I understand and I agree, but
there's a
we
lot of
can't.
issues. Yes.
We
We
can't.
can't just...
We can't
Sorry.
deal with a rift that might spread the morning if we're in shackles somewhere.
And also considering that two of us are for Thrain, and we are still in peacetime, that will cause issues.
Well, I haven't been there in a long time. I could recommend a place we can go that might be viable to stay. They're going to hold us there for at least a day to verify information about us and make sure we don't do anything stupid. Because they want to know why we're in the country, all that kind of nonsense. Which makes sense. Braylon is very military. So we need to tell them, we need to come up with what we're going to tell them when we get there. Because if we tell them we're going to Dragon's Crown, that's a volatile area, and they're probably not going to like us going there. So what is our story?
You have business there, don't you, Mark?
Yes, I. Oh boy. I think
Yes, I think
it's
you...
time I travel under an old name that would give me plenty of reason to be going to Nicaea, which I think, if you were all accompanying me, would deflect too much scrutiny.
Well, I guess that's what we could say then. There's tons of refugees and such going to Nicaea, from what I understand. So that could be useful.
Boy.
Or just make
2
our way to
years.
Dragon's Crown anyways.
Well, so long as we leave heading in the direction of New Seer, I'm sure there's nothing stopping us from changing direction and while we're on the road.
This is true.
I'll also say that you and I have a way of showing them that we're not precisely welcome in Flame.
If I'm going to be honest with you, if they find out what I'm turning into in Brayland, it might be worse than Thrain.
Yes, but you can now do your face thing.
I should remind you that magic is not foolproof. Not
It's
completely.
true, and I'm not very good at it.
Oh, and do keep in mind that no matter how much you change yourself, that's only how you look. You are still the exact same size and shape underneath that. So if you're using that
Yes.
to make yourself look a bit skinnier than you were, then when someone goes to like poke you or bump you or something similar, it's gonna cause problems.
Yeah, you see, my repertoire of magic before this happened was I hit something really hard and then maybe heal you. That was it. That was my experience with the magical world. So this thing, it's really cool, but
What the fuck?
Oh. We need to check if you can do like the most pivotal thing in combat that all warlocks should be able to do.
Mark's gonna go in the other room. He doesn't want to be anywhere near this.
Duda's gonna face palm.
We need
Yeah.
to see if you can make finger guns at things.
what?
Are there any training
Think-
targets? I don't want to destroy things unnecessarily.
Duda looks up. There are training targets
Downstairs.
downstairs.
Oh dear.
It's basically like you can slap things from really far away.
I don't feel like I could do that.
Have you tried to do it?
No.
Then what's the harm in
Downstairs,
trying?
where it's a lot less
Duda blinks a
discomfortable.
few times. That answer was unconvincing.
Let's take this in the cellar. But this is probably the least destructible place of this house.
All right, fine. Let's go to the cellar. Why not? The fish was good, anyways.
Could we give compliment to Chef?
Oh, it was Connor this morning. It was nice to have breakfast and not be the one to cook it for once.
All right.
He is
he's
being
gonna go-
entirely like honest with that. He's not trying to slight. He just appreciates it.
Nice
All
guy.
right. Garrick's gonna make his way down to the.
Well, the thing is, his Gauss will probably be fighting to get to the kitchen first every morning with Connor.
All right.
Galsum
So
actually slept in.
And then wishes he
All right.
didn't, as he saw a knoll walk through a wall and float up into the sky.
all right, he's going down there. Is anyone else following him?
And Mary is
Yep.
following.
All right.
Presume
All right.
Gaussum is as well, so Gaussum's trying to teach him this.
He kind of gets down there, shakes his hands a bit. The disguise self fades for him and his red scales. All right. So how does this work?
Okay, so you know
Duda will
that feeling.
pause a minute and look at his red scales. Look him up and down. You're not half bad looking that way.
Very edgy. Black and red. Never goes out of style.
All right, most birds have bright, colorful plumage if they're male.
Oh dear. All right. So what do I do?
So that
You
feeling you
kinda-
get when you are putting the mask on, as it were. Imagine that feeling welling up, and then use that feeling to slap one of those targets.
We have targets?
Okay.
Right. yeah.
That's the best way I can put it.
But
All right. I guess I can try that. That doesn't seem too difficult. Sure, why not? All right. He is going to reach out and just kind of focus a bit and put his hand out. Give me a second.
I mean, at least this might make him feel a bit better about not having smite anymore.
All right. So the one right in front of me, then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll his. Okay. I'm just going to roll a straight intelligence. Okay. Okay. Natural 20. Okay, cool. So he holds out his hand like this and he starts pointing it at the thing. What you guys see, wings pop out of his back. Just
Like leathery wings or
scaled wings.
curious.
And out of his hand comes a fireball. Massive explosion, completely disintegrating the test dummy.
That was not what I thought would happen.
I am going to stand so far back.
she blinks a few. Scooter blinks a few times. That was awesome.
I don't think that's something warlocks can do.
I thought they could basically do most wizard spells.
I believe that depends.
Not entirely.
Mm.
Okay, I have a question. So he turns
Well,
around.
Isn't it tied to whoever your
Patron
demon
is.
daddy is?
He
Patrick.
turns and he looks. He turns and he looks at you all, and the very center of his pupils are now there's a slight red, like a laser pointer.
Should
not
probably
like-
probably
yeah.
be concerned about that.
What now?
Wait. Maybe it's like what I get from my patron, where I get access to magic that other warlocks probably don't get access to.
Well, that was kind of fun, but terrifying. I don't want to kill things when I point at them.
She looks at
I
Garrett.
told you it's for combat.
How is this different from Smite, except you do it from across the room?
I feel good when I smite things.
And smite is a choice.
Yes, better learn to control that.
Garrick,
Yes.
do they work?
Do what work?
Behind you.
Turns around. Looks back at the smoldering thing. No, I'm pretty sure I broke that one.
You have wings.
He does the whole thing where he's feeling behind him.
He's right.
Fuck.
There, we might have to talk about that. Me thinking, you not warlock, you, and you not dragonborn.
Oh,
sorry?
Gaustim, you rolled an Arcana?
Yes.
That was he casted Fireball. However, he didn't use any material components whatsoever. He did it naturally.
Hey, Mary. He leans over. We got book on half dragons.
Yes, I believe so.
Probably will
Okay.
crack that open.
All right. Great. So, and he goes back to Garrick without wings.
Great. Cool. Now I have wings. Okay, great. Awesome. I'm so happy this is all going on. I'm gonna go to my room and
Scooter
take a
gives him a
bath.
hug.
Hi.
Well, I mean, he could still be a warlock because he has the Mask of Many Faces. I just don't have a lot of know-how on patrons other than the Fae.
Are you sure that's a warlock thing? Because I can do it too.
Yes,
Very
but the Mask of Many
successful
Faces
for
lets us do it whenever we wish.
I think we don't really care what that is. It's just kind of nice that he has it.
Eh.
Well, he picks you up, Scooter, moves you over, puts you down. I'm gonna take a bath. He's pretty strong.
Here.
I mean, yeah, he just lifted Scooter. I mean,
Yeah,
Bath
I'll give
time.
him that.
Bath time for Garrick. Tell me when we're going to go. Mm. So he's gonna go up and take a bath. He's had enough.
a bit rattled.
Yeah.
A bit
He's had
bamboozled.
more than it. Yes, it's been bamboozled. Oh boy. So, what are you guys doing now?
Guess we're getting ready to leave and waiting for
Yeah.
Garrett
Mary.
to finish his bath.
Mary, you went over to that table?
I mostly just moved way out of range from fireballs.
There's a box on that table with a note on it. It says, "To friends from Ukras."
Woo. Definitely going to open it. And like, hey, come over here to the rest of the group.
Inside are 4 greater healing potions and a letter for Connor.
Connor? I believe this one is for you.
Okay, I'll read it.
Do you understand Draconic?
Nope.
Okay. It's a letter for you, but you can't read it.
I'm going to have to learn comprehend languages at the same time.
I gave him a book to teach him.
Was anyone?
Okay. The person in the bath, I assume.
Mary's going to take one of the healing potions and store them because these always comes in useful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, when you're a fireball magnet, I imagine they do.
Yeah, what was it? Greater healing, was it?
Yep.
Yes, greater healing. So whoever gets their potion, it's 44 plus 4 healing.
Yeah, Mary takes one
Okay.
and leaves the rest
As you-
because let's spread them out.
Okay. As you all divvy them out, box is empty. There's the very faint smell of cheese from the box for some reason.
Good old Lucas.
But is there anything that anyone wants to do before you get ready to leave for the evening?
Is my armor available?
I still haven't added it yet. I'm gonna do it on the break. So
I
I don't
believe
think we're gonna be fighting anything that causes acid yet.
I'm gonna give
So-
I'm gonna give the doggo his new sword, or his remade sword.
He looks at it and he begins to swing it around very easily.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me.
I just hope you like.
Of course. It's no fun having a weapon that can't hurt everything.
Should fit mouth better. Should cut through most things. Just remember, core is still steel, so it'll still break.
Thinks about that for a long time. Right.
In
Okay,
other
thank
words,
you.
don't get it caught in door or somebody, with swordbreaker weapon.
He does his motion where he flips it up and it goes into his shoulder sheath. Just let me know where we're going. I'll be upstairs.
Yeah, we should probably establish a meeting point.
Yes, are you going to contact Ripple then?
Well, we need to. So, are we definitely going to? S- s- yeah.
Well, I think that's why we're contacting Ripple to see where we're going.
No, I thought we were contacting him to say we're going to here. Meet us here.
Yeah, that's the thing. We probably need a map location and a time.
So, Starlaskar, perhaps get the name of the place that Garrick was thinking that we could stay.
Yep.
Okay. Guy's gonna wait for Garrick to come back down then.
Yep.
Okay.
We're
Couple
not
hours
interrupting
goes by.
staff.
Of course. Couple hours goes by. He's bumping into everything because he's not used to having wings. Just boom, boom, and you hear him go, shit.
Does the tea house have a lost property, and is there a cloak?
No. He eventually comes down, just kind of dusts himself off a bit. All right. So, yes.
Garrick, I don't want to presume, but do you read Draconic?
He rolls his eyes. Yes, I'm pretty sure that changing into this didn't change my birth language. Mr. Con.
I didn't want to assume. Could you read this for me?
Garrick, there's a fine line between being racist and being obvious. Come on.
Ooh.
Did he just self-refer when referring to Connor?
Mr. Connor, unable to create thing you wish. Archmage in Zalargo named Archmage Alinor. Find him.
Is that the one that was mentioned to us when we were on our way to the forest?
Yes, correct. You have been mentioned that specific guy before. He has a tower in Thrain, but he does travel around Corvair.
So, what was the name again?
Archmage Alinor, Alanar, and Lord Asriel. The party is level 6.
Yeah, we're just that close to leveling up.
Yeah, minus 4.
This was cruel.
It's like 4 points off.
All right. Well, looks like you have sword. Actually, that's down there. Hey, if we don't all die from going into Braylon, perhaps we can go to Zalargo. I hear they have really good chicken.
One last thing before we do set off. What was the name of this place you thought we could stay when we get into Brayland?
Oh. Well, if we get in there and there's no issues, we would most likely want to go to a little place in town called Little Seer.
Out of character, I thought. Oh no, it's
Little Seer. It's part of the city. It was the original place that refugees were going from Sia, but eventually there were too many, and they made their own city.
So Chinatown.
What? What's a China? Yes, that part would be very good. There is one or two taverns, there inns. There's one run by a halfling gentleman. I'd look for that. It's called Half-Hearted Inn.
But halflings aren't half-hearted.
Not when it comes to the food, they're not.
When you
No, in
meet him,
general.
when you meet him, you'll understand the joke.
Question: with my ties to inn and stuff like the House of Hospitality and things like that, and halflings, have I any knowledge of this place?
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence with advantage.
And likewise, I mean, is this something I've not
Yeah.
had a huge amount to do with the refugee.
You, as far as things go, woo! Connor, you've heard of it loosely. However, Mark, you've been there before. The reason it's called the Half-Hearted Inn is because he got it in a divorce.
Ouch!
Yeah. So that's spoilers. That's where the name comes from.
Mark will sit there and kind of scratch his head for a minute. Half-hearted. Oh, that guy.
He's a great guy. He likes collecting things. He used to be a what was known as a hoard pilferer. He was an adventurer, and he would sneak into dragon hordes and steal from them.
Hence why Garrick likes him. Because if I remember right, Dragonborns really don't like dragons.
Unlike kobolds.
But yeah, so he's a really good guy. He doesn't charge much for his inn because he has a lot of money. He just likes people coming in and hearing about adventures. You are familiar with him.
What did you say his name was?
His name, let me make sure I get it for you. His name is Baron Delru. Beren, last name Delru.
Yep. What I'm more concerned is that doesn't sound like a good meeting place for Ripple. Like a giant walking, talking golden statue of a goat, a sheep. Probably gonna draw a lot of attention.
He's a tiny sheep, but with wings.
Yeah.
He's not massive. He's small.
I actually missed that.
Yeah,
So-
It was a session I missed.
yeah, he's a small sheep that could fly.
With my 10, would I know whether or not it's Blink Dog certified?
No. Well, anyways, that would work for me. If we want to go there, that's perfectly fine. If we want, we can leave tonight. Shouldn't take us more than probably a few hours or the better part of a day, or the remainder of the day to get there.
Sounds good, and sounds like a good reason to stop over in the city as well.
Yes.
So yes,
it's gonna take them a day to go through our information, anyways, and let us go. So might as well get comfortable.
Yeah, good point.
sounds good.
All right. Well, I'll leave when everyone's ready.
Yeah, 1 minute. Mary's going to send the message to Ripple and tell him to meet us there at the Half-Hearted Inn.
Exactly what's the message going to be? I'm going to ask for exact words with that spell.
Absolutely. I'm going to. Mary's going to say, "We're going to Dragon's Reach Inn. meet us in the
Uh,
Hawk Inn as soon as possible?
No. Half-hearted in.
Wasn't that what I just said?
The Dragon
I
Reach
think it's
in.
Oh,
Dragon Reach.
No, he said we're going to Dragon Reach, meet at the Half-Hearted Inn as soon as possible.
Oh,
Okay.
fair enough. Okay, that's work. After a few seconds, you hear Ripple chime in.
Oh, hello. All right, I can meet you there. There's definitely a rift here. There's a lot of bad stuff happening over here. Be careful. The Brayland army's getting destroyed over here. Oh dear.
oh dear, of course they are. He's going to turn to the rest of the party. Things are happening in Breland, and they're not good things.
That sounds bad.
Yes. Ripple
Well
said
then.
armies are being destroyed.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What's destroying the Braylen army?
He didn't say.
Right.
But I can ask
Well,
again.
oh, you can?
I think I've got one or two of these more left in me.
I was going to say, things can't get any weirder. Go for it. Any information we have is perfect. I'd love that.
Okay.
And see, you just broke the cardinal rule there.
What?
What?
You said
Oh,
things
no.
can't get any weirder. They're going to get weirder.
We are aware of the facts.
when the face says things are going to get weirder. Oh boy.
It's like saying when things have already been tough, well, it can't possibly get. It always causes that situation to happen because you say it can't.
At least it's not
Oh, I'm
raining.
perfectly aware. I'm also pointing out the fact that the Fae is the one that's saying this.
Yeah, I do have to wonder, is weird to a Fae normal for everyone else?
Possibly.
It's either normal to everyone else or something you really do not want to
So-
be a part of.
Something's
They say it's
really gone
weird.
off the deep end.
So, Mary, are you gonna send another message?
Yeah, he's going to ask the party first, like, exactly what do we want to ask? Because I can't do this a lot, and we should probably get as much information with every question as possible.
Yeah.
I think knowing the nature of what's destroying the army is going to be important in case we need to quickly buy something before we set off. I think anything else we can probably deal with when we're there.
Yep.
So, what's the message going to be?
He's just going to like relay, see if anyone finds a loophole first before he actually sends it. Like, so who or what is destroying the armies? What can you tell me about it? That was good. No
Sounds
objections. He's going to do that.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
sounds good.
1 second. I need to count the words to make sure.
Does that include all the repeats of oh dear, oh dear, oh dear?
No.
Yep. Sorry.
Oh,
He's
shit.
though he when he eats, it's his vernacular.
Oh, hello again. They're killing each other. And, there are these weird dragon things. There's a black one, a white one, and a...
He ran out of words.
Oh. That
I said they are killing each other. And there are dragons. A white one and a black one. And definitely something more, but he couldn't say.
that's probably bad.
very bad. He wasted most of the message saying, "Oh dear." And even I think that's excessive.
Well,
This is not going to be as easy as the guy that came out of Shadakar, is it?
I doubt it.
I
Well,
mean,
he did say-
there could be
yeah,
a
he-
logical explanation behind why the dragons are attacking. Maybe these people forgot to pay their taxes.
Taxes does not seem like logical. This seems like escalation too far.
Wait, dragons.
Have you ever tried to get
ask
between
for
a dragon and
taxes?
gold?
Yes.
Yes, once. I lost my favorite shield.
I received a chastising for it.
Well then, looks like we're fighting dragons. Great. I am so happy to be dealing with this. You know what, Gausim? I'm not going to say it again. Things definitely got worse. Well,
So, any
Well-
advice before we set off?
Make sure you've got that sword.
well, if we're dealing with dragons, well, I mean, on the plus side, if they're fighting an army, they might be weakened. Maybe we could sneak by and just deal with the rift and then leave. I don't think dragons are all problem.
You know
I would have
what?
to agree with you there.
I also agree.
Yeah,
Ah.
perfect.
Let's get in the lightning rail then and contemplate trying not to die to dragons.
Oh, we're riding the demon train again.
Yes, we ride demon train everywhere we go. That problem for you?
Oh,
What
dear
demon
Lord.
train? What are you talking about?
He doesn't like the veil.
Oh, the lightning rail. You okay? I was like, okay, this is one thing, but like, I'm not gonna ride a demon. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Also, I'm not sure, but isn't it an elemental?
It's powered by an elemental being, correct? All right, I guess let's head over.
It just doesn't feel that natural.
Well,
It's a train powered by lightning. It's not natural.
We'll just wave to Vash on the way out. It's just like, this is not going to be fun.
At this point, he's just sitting there eating like a donut again in the corner. He's just like, yep.
Don't miss this part of the old days.
He just arms crossed. He's like, I got nothing. If you guys die, can I have the tea house? Is that how this works?
If we die, Nier gets tea house, and if that happened, Demon Daddy get tea house.
No, I
What about you,
think-
Chris?
I think, to be fair, no.
Doesn't it technically?
You're right.
Barry owns it.
Ukris still lives here. Ukris gets keep house.
Dang it! All right, you guys have fun. Don't die. Your guys' conversations
quickly.
are amazing, by the way.
Yes, we are so happy to provide entertainment.
Also, I have something for you guys. If you guys beat the dragons, I have something for you. One moment.
He goes back to the pantry and kind of digs through. After a while, he comes back with, it looks like it's a vintage wine.
You know what? If we
Celebrate
get back,
with
a
that.
celebration sounds fantastic.
I
The
agree.
wording on it is in Dwarven, very old Dwarven.
Connor, didn't the druid, Baldy McBalderton, give you that special sword?
I'll give it to Mark.
Which sword was
Oh,
that
yeah.
one?
The
Dragon
Dragon Slayer one.
Oh, yeah. It was
Oh yeah, I do have that one sword.
Like I said, it's a good thing we've got that sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Alright.
think these dragons are going to be like greeny, so.
Well, maybe this black dragon will be like the other black dragon we've met and likes cheese.
And that's where I exit the conversation.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
you said
What did you
said
just
the
say?
conversations.
Should we bring a few
one of
wheels of cheese?
one of our former party members has a pet black dragon, and he just walks out the door.
That sounds like a story you are going to have to tell me sometime.
On the train.
Get on train
Oh,
first,
man.
then we tell.
All right. You guys make your way to your ambassadorial grade lightning rail, and you are greeted by the Warforged. Hello again. How are all of you?
Doing well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Mr. Galsim, Mr. Connor, I have filled the kitchen stock with anything you would need.
Wonderful.
Great.
And Mr. Galsim, I noticed last time you did not enjoy the fastness, so I have made you something.
Oh?
It's a sleep mask.
I'll take it. It's better than the alternative.
Good. Where will we be going today?
Udo looks
Today's-
at Mark.
Today's destination would be Starlasco. We have business in Brayland, it seems.
Perfect. Please get in your rooms, and I will assist.
Thank you. And we'll go and find a room to set up all his gear in.
Perfect.
Yep.
Galsim, as soon as you get on, you can smell very fragrant different types of mushrooms and plants that have been gotten into the ship's cooking area. He definitely did his research. A couple of these are from the Eldian Reaches and probably very expensive.
Oh, this is a lovely kitchenette.
Thank you.
It's a shame that the rest of this place is a horrendous travesty against nature.
Does it say this in
Galsim,
front of
can you be nice?
Oh no, the Warforged gentleman is quite all right. It's just the rest of this place is.
A creature of nature is somewhere unnatural, like ridiculously unnatural.
Indeed. For you, Mr. Galsim, I will start the rail up a little slower, just for you.
I would greatly appreciate that.
Not a problem.
Wolf is with us as well, isn't he?
Yes, did the wolf decide to come
Yes.
with us in the end? Cool.
Yep. He's following. Not really saying much.
I'd advise him to, sort of like go lie on a bed or something, so he's no longer.
No,
he's not.
He is already in a corner, and he's already cast Sanctuary on himself. I think he probably hates riding this thing as much as Gaussen.
I'll call him Mr. T.
My discomfort about this would be probably similar to you riding a unicorn through a mist of holy water.
Yes.
The train starts. Instead of before Gaussen, where it just kind of bullet trained, it slowly begins picking up speed, and it's a lot more gingerly, as if you're flying on something, but it eventually does go to full speed. But it's slightly...
So it's more like a boat taking off this time.
Instead of just a sudden 100
F1
miles
car just.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, that is much better. It's like getting on a boat that goes over the land.
Very
It's
true.
still too fast, but it's better.
more civilized.
So what I'd like to do at this point is we can go ahead and take our break, and we'll come back at the hour, a little bit longer break than normal, but that's what I would like to do today, if that is fine.
Okay.
That works for me.
I'm down for that.
Perfect.
So, this is a reminder, stream is supported by you guys, and you guys are able to interfere with the stream, as I get this distinct feeling that combat is coming up soon. So if you want to issue cards to the GM, you can do that. If you want to issue cards again to the players, you can also do that. And on screen right now is a big version of how to do that.
Perfect. I'll be right back.
Ah, I'm back. Hooray.
Welcome.
Howdy, howdy. I should probably get water. We are back again. And there we go. Now I have my water. Hooray.
Welcome back again.
Thank you. Water is important. Oh boy. Poor Garrick. Is he ever going to get a break?
And neither campaign, no.
Nope. Garrick is never going to get a break, ever.
I mean, at least in your campaign, he gets a girlfriend out of it.
I don't know. Scootus seems to like him.
That is fair.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's a Fiend Warlock because Fiend Warlocks do get Fireball as a level 3 pact spell.
Ooh.
I mean, it would make sense.
Oh boy. Mary is eventually going to regret messaging Ripple for anything because half of a good quarter of what Ripple's using his words on is,
Oh dear. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he has a problem with that.
Mm-hmm. He definitely does.
But I've been pretty on point today with the pun jokes.
Oh yeah. Wolf tried to make a couple, but they didn't connect.
They fell flatter. Well, I can't say that because Scuda, apparently, according to the artwork, doesn't have a flat chest. She's a bird with boob.
Wah.
They fell flat as non. But yes, for people that didn't know, I had mentioned it in like the game chat earlier, is that Gaussum might try to pick up some antlers at some point. Because antlers, when powdered, can be mixed in place of baking soda for keeping bread soft.
That's true. Let's see. Thrain, it might be harder to find one in Flamekeep because the hunting scene isn't super huge, but Braylon,
A new seeker
you might
is
be in
after
luck.
Fiora's heart and attention.
I give card to
Welcome back.
GM.
Drinking Buddy gave you a card, Des.
Oh. Oh dear. Okay.
Enjoy the card, do horrible things to us because you can. Come back.
Perfect. Should probably mention that cards that the players do get given will
what?
they can. Well, I'm thinking because it's like it would be very like unfortunate if say someone donated and gave someone a card and then like the session ended and there was no chance of them using it. So I'm not sure if I would get rid of them then and just start fresh next session. What do you think?
I think start fresh next session sounds about right, but if you like end the session with 2 cards, then and we're like in mid combat, then yeah, you should keep the cards you have.
True. That makes sense. Okay. Excuse me.
What I miss?
Nothing.
Nothing, you're fine. Everybody remember what happens to Connor later.
You guys. New map of Starless Score. You guys should be able to see the map.
There are no hammers on Hammer Hill. I will be disappointed.
I'm kind of in agreement.
There
If
better
there
be
are no
lands
hammers on
on the-
Hammer Hill, I would be disappointed as well.
And if the candle market sells anything but candles, I'm going to be disappointed.
Edric better be full of rogues. I want to see everyone there with black cloaks, blacker than the blackest black cloaks.
No. Edgewick sells black candle wicks. That's all they sell. That's all they have.
What? Why would you do this?
Southgate better be in the south of town.
Well, I mean, if this is positioned with north being up, then yes, it is. But Dragon Gate probably doesn't have a dragon guarding it.
You know what? That's a good point. If Dragon Gate doesn't have a dragon guarding it, we're going to be extra disappointed.
No, it's just a very boring person who just keeps dragging on.
And the hanging gate better be hanging on like string.
Oh dear.
Keeps watch. Is it a tower that just watches people walk by?
Old city better be old. I got people watching the stream have no idea what we're talking about till we start again.
Oh, but there is a Teamsters Hall. That's good to know.
Yep, I know where Mary's going. The Travelers Hospital.
Walk in there and this is a pit.
There's just a pit.
Traveler, always. Why do you do these things?
Because it's Traveler and you should expect this from it.
So everyone here knows what a Teamster is, yes?
Yep.
Nope. What is a Teamster?
He says what they are in Tropico.
Teamster is the driver of a team of animals.
Oh.
So at the Teamsters Hall, that would be where you could hire someone to, like, drive a cart that has to be driven, like, pulled by multiple animals and things like that.
Oh, I thought it was where we would get the place catered. I'm thinking of a Teamster for like a rock and roll band or something. They're the people that set up the little buffet in the green room.
That's a caterer.
No seeker is after
There's also
yours
Teamsters that
heart
do that.
and attention.
Okay, the GM's hand is now
Dazzle
full.
man, take my card power.
What'd I do?
You
Oh,
have
no.
2 cards. Your hand is now full.
I only show one. Oh, there it goes.
Oh. Okay, cool. I'm glad.
Explained to someone today that long pork is people meat.
How'd that go?
They thought it just meant a really long pig.
Oh. So not well.
Yeah.
No, I understand why that wouldn't have gone well.
All right. We can start any time. I know some people are eating a little bit, so we can still wait if it's fine.
Well, drinking buddy, if you want to get your hat back, I need a card.
How dare you?
Are you pining for cards?
You're just mad that you used yours and it made you roll worse.
You got a point.
All right.
How you feeling, buddy?
I'm ready. Is anyone else ready?
Yes. Also, I'd like to know, does Shambletown have an annual competition to see who can grow the prettiest shambling mound?
No, it's just populated by zombies.
Oh dear. Go there and find out.
That's not as clever, though.
All right. So, as you all are traveling, it takes a few hours, but eventually the lightning rail begins to slow down. You all do see off in the distance before entering the city, there is a large military force to the far west of the city. You see these massive mounds, almost looks like Stonehenge in a way. There's a large military force, and you see these seemingly bipedal looking creatures that are fighting the large several battalions of Braylon forces.
Are we able to take a guess at what these creatures are?
You could anyone who could make a perception with disadvantage because you guys are literally moving really fast. So anyone who wants to look can. Mark, one of them looks familiar to you.
We didn't meet this one in the bottom of Jolly's inn, did we?
Who knows? Maybe. Anyways, so you guys feel the lightning rail eventually stop. A certain wolves sanctuary finally goes down. We are here. Let me open the gate for all of you to leave. As the Warforged opens the door, the landing comes down, and you are allowed to enter the city. Well, at least the rail station.
Okay.
Gather my gear up and kind of step out onto the station platform and take a look at the city.
All right. As well, begin to exit the lightning car. There is a man wearing golden trimmed armor, full plate, who there is a reasonably large force of guards behind him. Actually, they definitely look like military. They are definitely not city guards. They are well armed, large crossbows, some with battle axes, some with swords. It looks like these guys have their training. They have the emblem of Brayland on their chest. One in the gold, more armor. It's slightly glowing, and it's easy to tell even from a layman that it's magical. He takes off his helmet. You see a gruff-looking human, a bit of a beard coming, several scars. Looks like he's blind in one eye looks like he took a hit from a long time ago and it just healed that way. Mark, since you were the first person off, he walks directly to you. Hail.
Hail there.
Name?
Ivan Jarrell.
All right. Rest of you, please. I need your names. One at a time, please.
Weinbach.
What was that again?
Meriadoc Weinbach. It's his actual name, even though everyone calls him Mary.
He does this and he gets like a book out.
I can be referred to as Gaussum Harvendown Dale.
He points at you, Mary. You have a fine. Mr. Mary. It's not much. 75 gold for selling tasted drinks.
75 gold. It's not much.
No, it's silver. Sorry, it's silver.
Okay.
It's silver. Silver.
I thought I was upfront with that, but sure, I can pay.
You need to have a selling license, sir.
Ah, that's the problem. Yeah, I'll pay the fine.
Thank you.
Do I pay to you?
I'm very happy that you would pay it up front like that. And he rips out your thing out of the book and just shreds it. Perfect. Mr. Gausim, you said?
Yes.
I do forgive me for asking such a question. What are you exactly?
I, my good sir, am a satyr.
And where are you from?
I am from the Eldian Reaches.
Ah, from the Druid folk. I see.
Well, yes, I am Fey. Where else would I be from?
given Faye wherever you want to. All right, fair enough. Good. Looks at you, Scooter. Your name, Miss?
Uta, Land Roadrunner.
I see. Where do you hail from?
He thinks about it. Rowan?
He kind of looks at you up and down. Droam, and you just came from Thrain?
You asked where I was from, not where I live.
He almost seems completely surprised. So, I see. Well, good on them. I guess they're being more open. Huh.
Oh, no, they just don't ask as many questions as you.
Ah, they're still jackasses. Okay, thank you. Looks at you, Connor.
Connor Dan, jackass.
Excuse me? What did you say to me?
I believe he's referring to where he's from.
I see. So you're openly admitting you're from Thrain. What do you do there, Mr. Connor Jackass?
Gaussum is going to
currently-
look at Connor to ask if he's allowed to speak on his behalf.
Oh, I nod.
No, don't say that.
Sorry. Mercenary work. Can't leave escorting him.
Mercenary work? Roll a deception for me.
You could have let the social butterfly speak on your behalf, man.
I should be socialized.
Mercenary? Really?
He's recovering from a condition. He's just very embarrassed about it. To Gaussum's knowledge, that is the truth. May I roll persuasion?
Sure.
Oh, right, yeah, like Mark is recovering elf.
So that's pretty good. He looks at Connor and then notices the braces. And that's what he thinks you're talking about. Ah, my apologies. I see. And you? He looks at Garrick.
He's also
Garrick.
recovering from a condition.
No, I'm fine. I'm Garrick. Well, guess I'll be front with it. I used to be in Silver Flame, but I no longer am.
Yeah, like I said, you're recovering from a condition. The condition is the Silver Flame.
The guy in the gold armor just kind of...
Interesting.
All right. Okay, so it seems all right. What are all of you doing in Brayland? If so, I could take it in my paperwork.
I have business with the Sia refugees. We plan staying on a day or two before moving on to New Sia.
Oh, I mean, you seem human to him, so he's going to believe you.
I mean, it did
Welcome
have a
to
good
Brayland.
population. It did have a good.
Welcome.
They did have a good
Yeah.
population of half elves there.
It's true. Welcome to Brayland. I see. And you're all traveling together, I see.
That is correct. Yes.
Are any of you capable, military-wise?
You mean serve in military, or have been in military, or some other thing?
temporary service. We're having an issue outside of town.
Oh, Dad.
We are currently offering 1,000 gold per person if you survive.
Blink, 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 blink. Should we mention I'm siege engineer?
How urgent is this enlistment? Have we got time to consider your offer?
The fight's been going on for 4 days, and the foes have not tired.
That is spectacular. Okay.
We lost many. We were about to best the 2, and a third one showed up. Turned the tides, and now we're having difficulty.
What are these foes?
Third what show up?
They seem demonic in nature, with the draconic visions.
Looks at Derek.
Is curious. Who should we report to if we wish to take you up on this offer?
If you wish to take us up on the offer, I would like you to go directly to Dragon's Gate. I will be there personally. I understand that because you're not from here, you don't have to do it, but it would mean quite a bit. The rest of our forces are not going to be able to arrive for another few days. So we started with 1,000 strong. We're down to 400.
And where did these things come from?
When you say 400, you mean 400 fighting or 400 alive?
Alive.
Oh, so 600 dead.
Yes.
Not to be the pessimist here, but we're 5. What are we going to do that 600 soldiers fail to do?
Well, I mean, you've seen the quality of guards lately.
Guys, can we let him, please?
I'll ignore that. The problem isn't necessarily that they're incredibly powerful, it's that their abilities are strange. So, they showed up out of nowhere. There's been this strange light that appeared in the center of Dragon's Crown recently. About a couple days ago, in fact. The sky itself grew red one night, and we heard stories of a masked figure that smiled everywhere. And then the lights began to flash from Dragon's Crown, and this began. It's very recent.
Well, if we were to go to Dragon's Crown and solve the problem once and for all, how much would you pay for that?
If you have proof of what was happening, I would speak directly to the head of Town and City Hall and see what we can do. Currently, we're just literally hiring any able body to hold off the creatures until the army arrives.
Oh, so you're just hiring everyone as meat shield.
I mean, it is war after all, by the sounds of it. Or nearest damn it, a war. Please permit myself and my companions a couple of hours to discuss things. We will...
They're going to be there, probably till tomorrow again. I'd recommend, if you're going to stay the night, if you hear a bell ringing, leave the city.
Understood. With that, Mark will give the I presume he's a captain of some description, a nod of respect and gesture for the group to head into the city.
Let them in. He says that, and there is a gate that was barring the rail station from the center of the city, and it opens up.
Unless anybody objects, Mark will walk towards the city.
All right. You all heading into the city?
Yeah, heading into the city, looking for directions to Little Seer and the Half-Hearted Inn.
Sure. Really doesn't take too much time. Mark, you've been there before, so you know how to get there.
Okay.
The rest of you, the city does seem to be reasonably calm. However, you are noticing there is a skeleton crew of quote-unquote guards. They look inexperienced. It looks like more likely they've just been hired because the more seasoned guards are currently outside of town, fighting whatever's out there. But it doesn't take very long for you guys to find this rather nice-looking inn. Mark, you remember it. Seems a bit bigger than it was before. It's the Half-Hearted Inn. There's a new addition to it, however. Normally, as you remember, it was a broken heart with, both the red parts of the heart broken open. Now the hearts have been pushed together, and the right one is a little fuzzy. It's a little strange.
Mark will hazard a guess that the owner has found new love.
All right.
And we'll walk in.
Is there a blink dog symbol?
No.
It might be your cousin, Connor.
Oh my god. So you all head in, and standing on top of the table, the counter, halfling, big smile on his face, bit of a beard. It's very, very, very deep red, obviously dyed hair. Looks like a guy in a mid-age crisis that decided to just dye his hair a radical color just to be awesome. Wearing nice clothes. Even though he's smiling, he's missing a tooth. As you all enter, he spreads his hands out. Hello, hello. How are all of you? Please come in. Come in, come in, come in. Hello.
I greet him in halfling.
Joyous as always, Baron.
Baron Delrue at your service. Hello again, repeat customer. And he looks over at you, Connor, and speaks in halfling. Hello. Thank you. So then, how may I help all of you? Strange, different variations. Oh, I love having that. You're a bird. You're a satyr. Oh, lovely.
Thank you for the warm welcome, by the way.
Oh, of course. By the way, first timers, dinner's free.
Well, we'll kind of pat Baron on the shoulder and then gestures towards Gelsin. You may regret that one.
So then, how can I help all of you?
We would appreciate some lodgings and some beer, please.
Perfect. Lovely. Right. Each individual rooms, do you want a large multi-person room? How can I help you? What exactly do you wish for your compatriotship?
We'll look to the others. Is anybody apart from Scooter and Nia sharing rooms today?
I think so. I think we should leave Derek alone.
Looks like
Oh.
mostly separate rooms, although the bird and the mouse will be staying together.
Perfect, perfect. If you all tell me an adventuring story, I will knock down the price of all the rooms to 20 silver. For the whole bunch. Tell me a
Blink,
story.
blink, blink, blink.
How does walking through the
Eldin Reaches.
Yeah, I was gonna name the actual grove. Mentions the name of the grove in the Eldine Reacher sound to you?
That would sound perfect.
So
I would ask that you don't discuss the gates in there.
Oh, I'm sure certain details can be left out in order to add a bit
Preserve
of
the
mystery
history.
to our story.
Perfect. Miss Gretty, they're telling a story. Oh, right. You'll be excited to know that I have gotten remarried to Miss Gretty, the most lovely lamb ever.
I had wondered when I saw your heart put back together again. And
She'll love the
congratulations
story.
to you.
You all see this large, busty gnoll come out, wearing very nice clothing.
Oh, it's a gnoll, not a literal lamb.
Yeah, last time I checked, I was a null, sweetie. How you all doing today?
Nice to meet you.
Why, hey there, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Mark, sometimes known as Ivan, and yes, these are my companions in adventure and mayhem.
Mark, we've never called you Evan.
To
Plus,
you,
you're not very red.
to you, no. To certain
I see.
People, to certain people of my past, yes.
Ah, past stuff, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You're from that clan land runner, right? I think I've seen you all in Dargoon.
She nods, looking surprised.
Hey, I'm from Greywall.
Blink, 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 blink. Oh.
She's not always the brightest bird, but
Hey, don't insult the lovely lady. How dare you?
put it like this, I wouldn't have her any other way.
He leans down to Mark. Can we stay at a different inn tonight?
It's fine, it's fine.
Don't worry about it. Greywall was a pretty shitty place, to be perfectly honest. That's why I left. Horrible place.
Yes.
Oh, we just lost Miss K.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There he is.
Vanished.
So, it's like the last 30 seconds, my Discord shit itself.
Fair enough. Basically, our halfling host announced that he was from a place that Scooter's not very fond of.
Well, the gnoll did.
No.
No.
Mark, can we stay somewhere else? Hint, hint.
Mark will put a finger to his lips and then just kind of gesture one moment to Baron.
Okay, have a lovely day. I'm gonna go back and wash the dishes.
And we'll gesture for Scooter to the side. What's up, Scooter?
I'm wanted slave from Great Wall?
And they have no way of enforcing that?
They can call a bounty hunter.
They can try. Anyway, we may not be. One of the things we need to talk about is how long we're stopping here, whether we're going to take up the guard on their opportunity to get us close to where we want to be.
Opportunity to get us killed.
I would also like to point out that them doing such would be in violation of the laws of hospitality.
Thumbs over towards Gelson.
I would also point out that trying to enslave Scooter is probably a very suicidal endeavor.
Well,
So let's
honestly, I don't think they'd want to do that considering what's going on outside of town.
That's a very valid point. Wouldn't the bounty hunters all be jumping all over themselves for 1,000 gold a person?
The
Ooh.
bounty hunters are wily, not suicide-y.
Scooter,
Probably.
I just got an idea.
What?
Well, if all the guards and people are busy on the west side of town, wouldn't that technically mean the slave trade is unguarded?
Blink.
I like how you think, sir.
Dear.
I mean, if we simply open their gates and just walk away, I mean, not like we did anything, right?
I
True.
think I should best held in private.
So rooms then. And speaking of rooms, that means we have a story to tell.
Yes.
You notice, like he does, like you've noticed him before, Mark, when you guys begin having a hush-hush conversation, Mr. Baron, he just put his fingers in his ears and he was not listening to a single thing. He knows better.
I like this guy.
So, you have a story?
So, how we came to walk through the most important druid grove of the Eldeen Reaches.
If you tell me the details, I can make it very flowery for you.
Ha! So fun! So then, please, tell me.
So, bit of preamble for you. So,
Have you ever heard the saying "never tickle a sleeping dragon"? Well, apparently that
or put his claw in a vat of warm water.
Remember that only flies down once.
Okay, I play jokes on people. Even I'm not that juvenile. That's a new word. I had to look that up.
Let's just say we had business with the druids of the grove, and we walk into and Mark rattles off the name of the town where we encountered Greenie, and this one over here, thumbs over to Gelson, decides to wake Greenie the dragon up by putting his claw in some warm water.
Oh my, that sounds absolutely devilish.
To a green dragon, I mean, and looks over to Scooter and Connor. Few of us were a bit concerned about how long our armor was going to last.
Greenie's good people. Just don't point out the thing.
Yes. We'll leave that one for somebody else to stumble into. I think that would be what the heck is Mary doing?
Oh no, he's quite self-conscious about it. That's why you shouldn't mention it to him.
So and anyway, Mark will rattle off the
You guys
story.
go through the story, and he's enamored by it. Some food has been brought out, And both him and his wife enjoy the story. Well, I have to say that was quite enjoyable. My goodness. That definitely warrants the fee of just 25 silver for your rooms.
I'll hand that over.
Perfect. So, your rooms are on the second floor, and you can spend, the day there, the night there, whatever you wish. It's a little bit in the afternoon. It's currently about 7-ish. So, dinner it will be brought to your rooms. That's pretty much it. We don't have any entertainment tonight, unfortunately. There's a bit of a ruckus going on the far side of town.
It sounds like all the entertainment's outside of town tonight.
Right, it's a bit irritating. We normally have a very, very sweet gentleman come in here and play all manner of music. He's quite good at his job. But today, unfortunately, he was sent out there because he's a bit of a wizard type, unfortunately, so... Anyways, you're free on the second floor. Enjoy your evening, and again, food will be brought to you at night.
Well, if you don't
Have a
mind, I
lovely-
could play at least drums tonight for you.
Well, if we get more patrons, currently you're the only ones here, besides that gentleman over there. He kind of points to this guy in the far end of the room. He's just kind of laying back.
We'll look over to the gentleman and appraise him.
Alright, go ahead and just roll a just perception.
Apparently I'm perceptive today.
He's wearing he doesn't have his hood up, his hood's down. Very very flat cut hair. Bit of a beard on him. He looks human for the most part. He's just kind of sitting back there, kind of fiddling with a crossbow bolt. Just leaning back. He's resting in the back of his chair up against the wall. Then he looks at you.
We'll nod towards him.
Yeah? Something I can help you with?
No, just seeing as there's so few of us in here tonight, just seeing who's who in the room. Seeing as we'd caught each other's attention, I thought I'd at least do you the respect of acknowledging you.
Right.
And
You're an interesting group to come in here at this time.
Well, as I'm sure Baron can point out, interesting groups lead to interesting stories.
They do.
And
Yeah.
with that, Mark will nod again and walk towards the rooms.
You all have fun. Good night.
Pardon his rudeness. I'm Gausim. Can I have your name, please?
Interesting. Eric Faldrin.
Thank you. Lucky for you, I'm not the type of fae that can actually take your name.
I figured you'd be more sparkly, probably smaller.
That is a misnomer.
I mean, I can make you sparkle if you want to.
No, but fae can take on any shape or size that they truly wish to in most cases if they've got that power. So you can't really go off of appearances.
So, you asked me a question. Could I ask you one?
I don't see why not.
Got any silver on you? It's dangerous to travel with a werewolf.
I am from the Eldeen Reaches. I am Fey. I don't catch that. Plus, there's ways to mitigate his ability to rampage if the moon were the wrong stage for the week.
Really? What type of stuff do you got? You got me curious.
It's all about knowing a trick or two.
I got a trick. Works for me all the time.
Is it killing them?
Oh no. That's not fun at all. They're worth more than that.
Excuse me. What is it you do for a living?
Well, if you must know, bounty hunting's my trade.
And that's
course
why
he
I
is.
that's why I didn't go prodding too far. Military style haircut, messing around with that crossbow.
And you're
You'd be
not out there
surprised.
getting that 1,000 gold bounty for a day's worth of fighting?
Nah, I've seen those creatures. They disappear when you kill them. You can't collect nothing from that. Best part about doing a bounty is you collect the parts and you can sell them on the market. Horns from teeth from dragons, that type of stuff. Can't collect nothing from a devil, demon. They disappear when you kill them.
Oh no, but the town is offering 1,000 gold for just helping fight them while the army's on its way.
Yeah,
You don't
I'm
have
not
to
dumb,
kill
though.
anything, you just have to be out there.
Nah. I don't know Braylon nothing.
No, but you could make it owe you 1,000 gold.
Maybe. So, it's a pleasure meeting you. Don't worry. I'll make sure no one gets in here, bothers you all while you're sleeping.
And I assume that also means yourself.
Come on now. We're being cordial. I won't bother you at all.
You meaning me individually, or you meaning my group?
Well, I'm talking to you. You don't mess with the Fae. That's just bad luck. And with the Fae, luck is a real thing.
Yes, yes it is. Well, the others are part of my little group, my little social circle. And we are here under the hospitality of our host, and my patron takes it very, very unkindly if people ruin hospitality.
That's fair. That's fair. Don't want to be rude to the hospitable. That's true.
Or those that the hospitable have invited as their guests.
All right. You make a fair point. Miss Scooter.
He turns it to him. Yes.
Just let you know. Your bounty's up to 1900, but I won't be collecting today. I want to be hospitable.
Thank you.
Mark. Can we stay at a different inn?
And, Miss Scooter?
Hmm?
From one, looking at Gaussum, hospitable person to the other, I'd recommend staying away from most of the south end of the city.
Right.
They're not as cordial as I am.
She thinks about it. I won't kill you when we fight.
That's mighty kind of you. Considering I know what happened to the last one who tried to fight you. I think they're still looking for his arm.
And his leg. Though, I don't think they'll find that.
Ah, but that can be replaced with a hunk of wood.
He gets up, begins to walk past you all. And if no one's going to do anything, he walks out.
Garrick.
Yeah?
She's talking to Garrick.
Oh, I thought you said, yeah, sorry.
Garrick.
Yes?
Bounty hunting is mostly illegal in Thrain, right?
Oh, yes. Very, very illegal. 100% illegal in Thrain.
Now you know why I stopped there.
Fair enough. I was about to do that thing, the hand thing at him, but I didn't want to ruin this place.
I have to say, if 100 years ago people could recognize lichens as easy as they can nowadays, the shifters wouldn't have had any issue.
Well, technically, if we could recognize them that easily, the silver flame probably would have eradicated all of them.
They would have had to go over the dead bodies of a lot of druids.
Very true. I think we should get some rest.
Scooter?
Let's head to our rooms and discuss what we're going to do.
Scooter, do you mind if I am in your room tonight?
I suppose.
I don't trust that one.
I mean, we weren't gonna leave. I suggested not leaving you alone, so.
Yeah,
I mean, someone else can make sure nothing tries to kidnap Nair again.
I don't think that particular one would be a problem, but he might let other people know.
Look, I don't want to be thrown out of bed by my dad again.
Can we go into our rooms? Can we go to the rooms and talk, please?
Yeah, you guys are hearing Baron tapping his foot as his ears are lodged firmly into. His fingers are lodged firmly into his ears. He's not listening.
Dedication, that guy. I appreciate it.
Scooter's gonna drop 5 silver on the counter as a tip.
He knows better.
Yeah, he's got his fingers in his ear, but is he actually watching our lips?
No, he's whistling. He's doing the whole.
Because if he doesn't know about the problem, it's not his problem.
It's not illegal if you don't know what happens.
You can't be an accessory if you don't know.
All right, fair enough. Actually, you guys' markers should be up here. Perfect. All right, so you guys head up to your room. Or are you guys gathering in one room at the moment and then you're going to spread up later?
We're going to gather in one room and talk first.
We're gathering to talk first.
Okay.
So,
Garrick is just staring at the door, sitting down.
So, I think we're agreed that... I mean, let's face it, is anywhere going to be safe?
Probably
There's very few guards around. Honestly, the slave quarter is probably still going to be well protected. Perhaps not as well protected as I'm sure those who see gold pieces above common sense will have gone charging off after these creatures. But a lot of them, they're going to have stayed around. They're out of loyalty, out of owing the people they're supposed to be protecting the property of, out of just it's what they do and they don't see any sense in dying even for 1,000 gold. So that portion of the city is probably still working very well at the minute.
So,
May not want to stay in the city tonight, at least until this issue at the Dragon's Crown is dealt with.
if you don't mind my asking, why exactly is there a bounty on you, Scooter?
Fee?
Hmm?
Just asked a question.
I know. She's trying to think how to answer.
Okay.
Oh. She reaches behind her underneath her pack and pulls out what appears to be an old rusty metal collar. I was slave at Greywall.
And you were a slave worth 1,900 gold?
I am siege engineer.
And
You
I
act
imagine...
like I know what that means.
Oh, so you see Walls to City? And you see Connor's sword? I know how to make those things and how to instruct other people to make and repair.
Ah, so you were a craftsperson.
Yes.
Also, I imagine by now there's a certain pride element to the fact that, wounded pride that this slave has escaped for so long.
And if we know Scooter, there's probably a few dead slavers on the way as well.
Oh no, I think they're probably alive, probably missing some pieces though.
I was going to say, from the conversation, it sounds like there's a few
sits there
missing
with 4
limbs.
fingers. "17 dead, 28 maimed."
More interesting.
Well, sometime can't finish job.
I'm surprised people haven't sent a pox upon them.
Then I got to Thrain, and bounty hunters couldn't come, so I only had to kill 1 person.
Oh, isn't that good?
Better than anywhere else. Except Silverflame, bunch of dicks. No offense. You
Don't
less
worry, I
than.
know you mean it.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, the folks in the Eldine Reaches don't take too kindly to slavery overall to begin with either, so...
So, that leaves what is our plan of action. If staying at any of the known inns is likely to be equally as dangerous as stopping here...
You guys hear a knock on the window. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap.
We'll look over to the window, assuming it's a certain little celestial sheep.
Yep. Tap, tap, tap.
Opens the window.
Oh, thank you. It was getting cold. Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Ripple?
Oh, I'm nervous.
I'm not surprised.
I can't
Those
blame you.
things were pretty big, weren't they?
They're okay. Yeah.
So your message cut off. You said there was a black one, a white one, and you kind of got cut off at that point.
Oh, right. When I was watching, there was a black one that has 2 weapons. There's a white one that has a big sword. And then a green one showed up, and then the military started killing each other.
Killing each other?
Yes.
Maybe some kind of charm?
Maybe.
Re-
I'm not
re-
sure.
Also, remembering that Ripple said they were cold, Mark could actually grab one of the blankets off of a bed and just kind of drape it over Ripple.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you. The green one has really long arms. They don't seem to be fighting, but as soon as they appeared, the military just started hurting each other. I watched for as long as I felt comfortable, but then the green one looked at me and I left.
And if I'm not mistaken, that white one is one we may be familiar with. Maybe the one that I'm trying to remember. Did we kill them? As you know, what they are doesn't matter because if they find a way back, then they can find their own way back from having their physical forms destroyed, can't they? So,
Well, I mean, you do know that the first time the black one died, it was Scooter shoving a weapon up its butt, and then the second one, Scooter gave them brain surgery.
It's not nightmares about us.
I was going to say that thing probably woke up smelling that silver sword poking in its head.
I take it you all know what these creatures might be?
I have no idea. Oh,
So, back when our little group first found itself together was in the ruins of Shadowcar. And we were literally chased out of there by a black draconic form demon thing.
Oh, that place. I remember speaking to some people there about something called an interview, whatever that is. But at the time, I had a different face on.
well,
Anyway,
what's weird is they don't seem to get tired.
they won't. But with Garrick's help, we defeated the Black One. But later on, we encountered it in the fighting arena of a Rakshasa towards the north of Thrain, along with its brother, apparently, which was a white one.
So that kind of confirms this being a rift issue, yes?
Well,
Oh, there's definitely a rift. I saw it.
Thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, but anything that's demonic, if you kill it in our world, it's not strictly speaking dead. You just send it back to where it came from until it finds its way back again.
There are ways of killing a demonic creature. One of them's called a spell anchor. If you do that to them beforehand, it could be very devastating. But we're not even... That's a really, really powerful spell.
And by the sounds of it, if these are the ones I think they are, they've had upgrades.
Well, if they've already died a few times, they're probably really pissed off.
Yeah. And I don't think the white one's going to be too happy with Scooter. Having your head poked around with a silver sword is probably not very pleasant.
Oh, right. I didn't have time to mention it before, especially dealing with the whole train issue, but did anyone else see a gnoll fly out of the tea house the other morning? Like, just flew out of the second story and then up into the sky. And that was right after I ran into a half-rotted gnoll that was somehow still talking and alive, but not really an undead because they're still a person.
At the mention of the one flying out of the tea house, just looked straight to Scooter.
You shot him in the eye.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Long story short, don't piss off demons. Let's
Oh,
move
that was
on.
the demon that looked like a gnome. Wait,
You go speaking to your dad again, Scooter.
Oh,
Um,
Yanogu?
yes.
I feel like I need an explanation on just what I might have gotten myself involved in here.
Oh,
No, trust me, you don't.
You'll get used to it.
Do you want short or long explanation?
Short is fine.
You know how you have Warlock for Wuji hand things?
Yes?
I have same thing, but for big, strong muscles.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. And it just happens to be that you get that from a demon.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yes, the demon that's
Garrick
not only her demon daddy, but the demon daddy of all gnolls.
Garrick is just shaking his head. He's just rolling with it at this point.
But if that's the case, then wouldn't this inn be the safest inn because one of the wife of the owner is a gnoll? So that kind of makes her like how you said demon daddy, so that would make her kind of like your sister-in-law?
I don't like the word demon. Can we use a different one?
What would
there is no
differently
I think
differently
let's-
abled angel.
Let's just say
Oh.
patron for now.
Oh, that's a great one.
I know that's not how you refer to him,
I want to slap you.
but at the minute, let's keep the peace.
Fine.
Before it goes to pieces.
Well,
So- Sorry, carry on, Ripple.
well, I'm free to help best I can. Do we want to help tomorrow?
Did you... So, how many paths are there into the Dragon's Crown?
Oh, they're just monoliths. The rift is open for everyone to see.
No, I mean about us getting close without
Oh,
alerting.
those demons aren't letting anyone close to it.
And one of them is capable of changing perceptions or doing something else to cause people to attack their friends.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But can they see the invisible?
They can see in the dark.
That is not the same thing as seeing something invisible.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, if you're
Out of
volunteering, I
character-
can make you...
Out of character, if I remember, if these are the ones I'm thinking of, they do have true sight, but I don't know if in character if we ever worked that one out.
Oh, you have
Don't
no
know.
idea.
Though typically true sight is very limited in range.
Well, they can definitely see in magical darkness.
Well,
I mean,
if it helps, I can distract them. I'm not very durable, though.
Yeah, I don't want to see you getting yourself hurt.
If anyone volunteers, I can make them invisible and we can test that theory out.
I mean, I'm the only one who can fly.
Right quick, are these entities...
Scooter, you're muted. Sorry, go ahead.
He has a point.
What all do we know about these entities and their weaknesses? Because if we know those, we can prepare ourselves accordingly.
They don't like our swords.
Well,
They
most
don't
things
have
don't like being
swords.
stabbed. That's common sense.
No,
Swords.
they particularly don't like silver swords.
Okay, so silver is against what they are, kind of like Fey are to cold iron. Okay, that makes sense. What about holy water or holy ground?
They didn't like the smiting.
That actually tells us a lot.
Tells us that demons are demons.
Oh,
Yes.
ha, ha, ha.
If,
You
if,
can
I
still
remember
smite.
if I remember correctly, the Black One warned his brother to stay away from the Paladin.
So the black one, I mean, if it is the same one, it would stack because you were saying it was dual wielding.
Oh, yes, it had 2 weapons.
Which, if I remember right, was the technique used the last time we encountered that one.
How mad do you think they'd be if we go out there and say hi?
Very.
We might have to run to the end of the continent just to get away from them.
How mad do you think they'd be if we go out and say hi and start stabbing them?
Even madder.
About as pissed as they were down in the bottom of Jolly's basement.
You think if we killed them again, they would be scared?
No.
Scooter sits there, puts a finger to her beak.
So,
I mean, they can only kill us once.
I feel like I must teach demon meaning of fear.
quick question for you, Garrick and Connor. Does holy water maintain its properties even if it's turned into steam?
You saw that meme.
What meme?
Well,
the two artificers explaining to the GM how they're going to make a machine to mist holy water.
Oh no, I said steam, not mist.
it dissipates very quickly. I don't know if it would work very well.
Understood. Because remember, we just recently went on a train, so I remember seeing something with a steam engine recently, so...
Well, I mean...
I think running the
give me some
lightning rail
silver tokens to
on
make
holy
some.
water is going to be prohibitively expensive.
Well, perhaps we should do this in the morning. I don't know if fighting a demon at nighttime is going to be the smartest idea. And maybe if we wait till morning, the guards, the military we're going to have to fight are going to be exhausted. So if they try to attack us, then they won't be effective. Oh, it's obvious they're not effective, but now they're going to be less effective.
The best thing we can do is not get caught up in that.
I mean, can I roll something to determine or to work out if Mark would know that militaries tend to prefer, certainly of medieval-ish type times, prefer to fight during the day because of being able to see and everything?
You can do a history. That would probably work.
So, typically, armies tend to prefer to fight during the day because it helps them organize themselves into rank and file, and help with positioning and seeing how the battle's going. So, during the daytime is likely when these things are going to be the most distracted.
Well, it definitely sounds like... I'm going to be honest. I think this is something we need to deal with. We need to do the rift anyways. Perhaps we can try to move around the army because we're a small group. And if we make it to the other side of the rift, perhaps the demons will run at us and we'll have to deal with them instead of the army.
My
think the rift is
thinking
when-
is when we did the rift in the Eldine Reaches, it actually stunned the creatures that had come through it for a few moments.
Scooter?
Um, I'm pretty sure demons only coming back because rift open.
So if we close the
So-
rift, it'll either get rid of the demons completely, or it'll be like with those metal spiders, where it at least stuns them for a bit and leaves them disorientated for a bit longer.
It will probably make them very, very mad at us.
I mean, it does reach the point where getting more mad doesn't change what you're able to do to the thing you're mad at.
There's also the thing that at some point you get so mad that you become blinded by the badness and become stupid.
Oh,
Somehow I think Scooter forgot to read that memo.
yeah, I forget read memo. You have
Well-
memo? Can you read for me?
No, we like you the way you are.
Well, at least one thing. We know they like to do their darkness thing, and at least Scooter's still got that knife that allows her to see in the dark. Don't you, Scooter?
I got goggles now.
You had those before.
Garrett kind of stands up.
I don't have knife that lets see in dark.
I know.
I have a question. How well did you guys were able to fight the two?
It
What?
hurt, but we were able to do it.
It would have been easier if I hadn't nearly died to Beholder.
I mean,
Well-
to be fair, it wasn't a straight beholder, that one. That was one of those undead ones.
Someone needs to distract the military.
Okay.
I look. You know what I look like when I'm not disguised. I can distract what's left in the morning, and you all can deal with the demons.
But I have an idea that might also cause a certain problem not to be as much of a problem, at least from one individual.
Oh?
Galsim is going to do his typical waves his hand over his face, and he puts on the face of the bounty hunter. He gave us his name, didn't he? So if you
Good
show up
point.
wearing his face, with the rest of you looking demonic,
I'm not sure I follow.
if a demon shows up wearing the face of a bounty hunter that is in town, and then people realize that the bounty hunter shares a striking resemblance to a certain demon, I don't think he would be staying around for very long.
Well, that's true, but what I'm saying is whatever army is left out of the city, I can distract.
Question remains as if the army's going to be a problem anyway, because it sounds like they're either fighting the dragons or they're fighting amongst themselves, entertaining the dragons.
Well, all I'm saying is going to be easier for all of you to fight the demonic things, just them, and not whatever's left of the military after. If it comes down to it, I'll distract them, but make quick work of them. I don't know how long I'd be able to hold off a brigade.
Well, I'd prefer to try and outmaneuver and go straight for the rift, but if it comes to that, then we can consider it.
All right.
I think the rift is
But for
probably
now-
the better option.
But for now, I think we should probably get some rest.
I was just thinking, in Bayland, is silver not as closely regulated as Fane?
Military only.
Sorry, is what is regulated?
Silver.
Silver. Military only.
Well, I can't make any holy water then.
Well, I'm supposed to be here for some reason, so we'll see what happens tomorrow.
May I know we're in an inn, but may I make the relatively unorthodox suggestion in such a situation that we maintain a watch tonight?
Or be awake all night.
Are
You don't
going to
need
be
sleep?
okay with that?
I'll be fine. And with that,
Okay.
Garrick is going to stay up and watch, walking up and down the halls. And Ripple is going to fly around outside until he gets tired and passes out. And that's where we're going to stop today. As you guys think about what you're going to do tomorrow, either trying to avoid the demons and close the rift, power through them, try to outmaneuver them, but you'll have to wait and see how the battlefield looks tomorrow morning.
Yep.
You Bell, thank you for the resub with Prime. Frazier, Ponychick, and Chris, thank you guys for the hosts. Zabin, thank you for the host. And Drinking Bunny Dana, thank you guys for the tips. Your cards from the tips will hold till next week.
Yes. Just because the session ends does not mean the cards are wasted. The cards will hold until next week, so you do not have to worry about that. Let's go through everyone. Fiora.
I've been playing Scuda, the wanted crazy bird that has half a brain.
Final
I
sight.
said I have half.
Final sight, I've been playing Connor, who might have found his brother.
Ooh. Mr. Head.
Hey, I'm Hedy. I've been playing Mark, occasionally known as Ivan, and yeah, I'm probably going to end up nearly dead again.
Kung.
Hello, I am Kung. I've been playing Mary, the wizard who is alarmingly becoming the voice of reason of this group.
Miss K.
I am Ms. K. I am playing Gaussum, and the power of words compelled that bounty hunter to fuck right the hell off.
No, he just knows don't mess with the Fae.
Yes, and the power of words told him to fuck right the hell off.
And again, we have Cinder, who assists with any technical issues I might have, which I don't think I had any today. I'm super happy. Flawless does the music, and Razzle assists with any rulings we have to do, and also does the maps. Again, maps that we create are used from the assets of Forgotten Adventures. I am Prince Dazzle, the DM, and I hope everyone had a great session today, and we will continue again this next Friday.
So, see you all next Friday. In the meantime, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
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 See ya.